did.
Yeah, and he did say okay. So, no excuse there.
Yeah,
It was 2 days
he's
ago.
the only one who said okay. He's the only one who said okay.
And he's the only one that's not here.
Yeah.
We could start without him, I guess. All right, fuck it. Let's see if we can make something happen. I'm super tired, but whatever. How's everybody doing? Anyway. You good?
Yeah,
I'm
busy
good.
week, but
Alright.
happy that it's over.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm not going to do a recap of last session, because you guys did a little run. It was a lot of fun. You made some money. You made a little bit more than what you were hired for.
Yeah.
And now, let's say it's the next day, so you guys can all recover some
Listen to
HP.
him on the stream.
You can all recover a point of edge. And what is everybody up to?
I think we had decided that we want to look for a hideout.
Uh-huh.
So let's agree on what we're looking for, and then let's,
Well,
scout the city to find the perfect spot.
let's have some roleplay then, I guess. You guys can meet up somewhere and
Yeah,
Take us to the Rusty Bean.
yeah, maybe that's why you guys need a hideout, because you guys are starting to be become familiar faces at the Rusty Bean.
yeah, we're regulars,
Their coffee is to die for. Was it from? Or from? I don't know.
All right, take it away, guys.
Take us to the Rusty Bean. Come
I
on.
mean, you guys really want to go to the Rusty Bean again?
Yes.
Hey, we need
It's our
a spot
place,
where
though.
we can talk.
Yeah, we need to talk. Take us to the Rusty Bean. Like, bring us indoors. I don't want to be on a map of like a kilometer away, which apparently is like 2 days travel by horse or something because
All
of
right,
traffic.
fine. Except Corvus isn't
There
here.
we go.
Ah,
There we go. Oops.
that's better.
Forgot for the stream. Need to refresh that. Give me a sec.
Just tell me when we get started.
You guys can go. All good.
Okay, so let me guess. Big guy sleeping again?
Yeah, I haven't heard of him, so he probably overslept.
Look, this proves my point yet again. We need like a central place. We need a hideout or something. I don't know.
We can use my van.
No.
Ah, we can't sleep in your van, man.
We can expand it.
Oh, God damn. No, my therapist says I should avoid nightmare. So no.
I'm just quickly looking at the other tables, because last time we were in a bar, Corvus was sleeping at the table, so maybe he's there.
No. I'm assuming you guys tried to call him and he didn't answer, basically.
Damn it.
By the way, I'm starting a collection fund. It's to increase Corvus's ringtone by 300% without him knowing it.
And we need to pay you for that?
Credit 8 Bs. And I'll give you the source code. Next time you ring him, you can really give him a heart attack. I give him the app.
I'm not sure it would work, Because I don't know if you remember, last time we were actually fighting in a bar and he was still asleep.
Oh, trust me, if he doesn't wake up and touch the calm within 10 seconds, it starts giving shocks. Depends on his battery level, how hard it'll be.
Let's forget about that. So, I think we need a place, Even though I like your van, a crane.
Yeah, my friend is lovely.
Yeah, it's not extremely convenient to store stuff, have a place to hide the van, because we can't really hide the van within the van.
Well, I suppose that's true.
You know, and sometimes, you know, we just need a place to cool down, where we can just, you know, stay low and keep quiet.
Talking about the van, though, didn't the crane have something in mind?
Yep, he didn't he contact Kalis last session? I forgot actually.
I can't remember.
I thought I contacted Kalis
think,
about it.
Yeah, I think you did contact Kalis, but you haven't made it happen yet.
Wait, I think he said something like it would take like half a day
Yeah.
for the van to.
Yeah, it would take a few hours to get it done.
Well, are you finally getting your slogan written on it? Free candy?
Yes. On all the
You had enough
windows.
paint?
So retro, man. So retro.
All right, so.
So back to the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Hideout. What do you think?
Well,
Warehouse?
I'd like to combine it with a source of income.
That would be nice.
Most likely no. I was more thinking about becoming a front. A place where we can do legit business and some less legit business. A place where we can hide in the open, so to speak. I don't want to hang out in a dank warehouse in, Jacamacca, in the southeast or wherever it is you live.
Your stuff sounds like lots of effort, man.
Yeah, it depends on the business we do.
Drone business.
We could do that, or I don't know, a strip joint,
Well, we could
Yeah,
strip
but-
drones.
cars or women. And I look at a crane, and I go, or men. No judging.
What? What was that
Okay.
supposed to mean?
Nice fan. Yeah, I'm just saying it would be interesting. And it would give us a good way in with the gangs as well. It's kind of neutral ground. We'll give them our services. So everybody likes us.
Yeah, but to set up a strip club, you need lots of cash. You need a place, you need to set it up, you need the girls, you need the muscle, you need...
Well, we just made some cash, and I can talk to Candy. Maybe she's willing to find some new talent, or some talent that wants to switch over. Or
Yeah, when
train
I
talent.
see the price of Candy's panties, I'm afraid the price of Candy's girls, you know?
Dude, I can tell you, her panties don't even do her justice, and she's worth every penny. You have to pay for quality, man.
Yeah, that's my issue. Money.
Well, I could do a couple of calls, and we don't have to make it a strip joint. I was actually also thinking of, the other type of strip joint.
Stripping
I mean-
drones?
Dude, what's with you and drones? God,
Well, you can strip them for parts and sell them.
holy crap, are you hard right now?
Now, the parts for drones are pretty hard to find, but
For instance, we could strip drones, we could strip cars, we could strip bikes. Do you have any idea how much I just made selling that bike I took off the guy who accidentally
Well, you didn't sell it yet.
Shh, they don't know that.
Okay, just
do now.
making sure that you know that.
It's like way easier than doing all that crazy shit when people shoot at you. I don't like that. Also, less demons.
No, but
Things
there was
you-
no demon. Come on.
Right. Right. You tell that to my dry cleaner.
But I think we could start with something low key. Once again, something where we have space, and if you want to put cars in it and bikes in it, etc., then we'll have room. It doesn't take much, to bring shit in there. I think it's less investment than whatever kind of club you had in mind.
If I may interject, maybe the club is like a further down the line project that can happen, right? But I do agree with as a GM, I would suggest start smaller.
So we're gonna buy one of the Acropolis inside the city, and
I don't know about you, Agno, but I have this annoying voice in my head right now. I mean, I always dream big, and then it just pulls me back to reality.
it must be one of your implants malfunctioning, man. I don't have that issue.
I swear to you, that's how they kill your motivation. It's Corp. Corp is killing my brain.
They're controlling us.
So anyway, let's dream big and just start with a couple of hookers and blackjack. Okay, let's find the warehouse, but let's make it at least somewhere central and easy to reach. I don't want to hide, it's gonna become a business.
On the edge of town might be hard.
I don't want to constantly be afraid of being found. I want to be open enough so they don't want to find us, if it makes any sense to you guys.
Yeah, but once again, my issues then. Let's see if we can find something. I'm just afraid that it might be either occupied or very expensive.
All right. So how do you guys intend on looking for a place? Because this is you can't just find an empty building and be like, "Yep, that's it." Because
of course, yeah, that's fine.
More often than not, anything that's empty in the city is already occupied by some tough bastards, right, with a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to make sure you're not on anybody's turf and stuff like that. And you gotta know where to look. So
I take out a map of the city, and not in the sadly old style, but I guess I project it onto the table with my stupid wrist thingy.
Yeah. Every comlink has a small trade projector.
And I go like, okay, let me just highlight on the area, on the map, the area that I know is controlled by the Ted Brûlé, and I do that on the map, right?
Well, let's go back to the NCL map then.
Okay, so we're looking at the map, but we're still all together in the Rusty Bean.
Yes, you're still all together in the Rusty Bean. I'm assuming you grabbed the coffee as well, or, the equivalent. The shitty soy calf. The black tar of joy.
I'm having the fused cappuccino.
Yeah.
So when you take your first sip, you'd rather die.
Yeah. All right. So, territory of Le Tête Brûlée is pretty much the northwest corner of the eastern lower city, right?
Okay, so the northwest corner of the eastern lower city.
So you know where you are in the eastern lower city.
So
that's where you are. So that's this whole fucking area, right? Right.
Okay. So I say to my colleagues, we know we're somewhat safe there, but we don't want to pull in too much heat. So if we're gonna stay on the area, we have to look at the edges of their area. So I look at the gangs around it, the information I know, and the type of hostility, the criminality, the
all right. Do you have anything to roll for that?
Yes, I have street gangs NCL.
Okay. Yeah, roll for it. All right. So, are you trying to stick to the eastern lower city, or you just want to?
Basically, neighboring countries of their territory, mostly. That's what I'm mostly focusing on.
Right. Okay.
I want to triangulate a perfect spot that's somewhat within their borders or right on their borders, but close to the safest gang to be around, if you know what I mean.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Or in
Well,
between the gangs, in some sort of no man's zone.
Something like that, but then still rather with a neighboring one that's less aggressive or not in violent crime. Rather a drug dealer than a murderer, if stuff like that.
hmm
Because the Dead Brûlés are not like a heavy gang, just a motorcycle gang.
well, they like to cause chaos more than anything. Let's put it that they're the fun variety of gang. They still do crime, right? They still do violence, but they're not out to kill people, right? I mean, they don't like corpse suits, right? So that's definitely a prejudice they have. But yeah, they're not out to just kill innocent people. So if you want to stick to the Eastern Lower City, you know about their territory. You know there's a hotspot bang in the middle here called Le Crabo. You don't want to hang around there. It's a bad place. You know about Bel Air, right? That's where the Misfits are. So definitely don't want to go there. The rest of the Eastern Lower City is less dense, but it still has some activity. It's more like smaller gangs and stuff. And then as you get close to the border, there's little town on the other side of the border, which is like a big shanty town, which has its own fucking issues. There's a gang there that you've heard of called the Lunatics. They sometimes cross the border. They're what's called a thrill gang. The worst kind of gang, basically. There's just free violence. And these guys are weird as well. Like, they dress up as cartoon characters, but with a twist, right? With like a gore twist. So, yeah, not the fun kind.
I want to settle there.
Huh?
Sounds like fun. I want to settle there.
But that's towards the edge of the city. So if you want something more central, maybe that's not the right spot. In the lower city in general, there's this whole area here in the middle called the Forge, right? Which is mainly an industrial area. It has a residential area here called the Barracks, where pretty much all the working force of the Forge, a big portion live there. And they do have their own, not so much gang as organization, let's put it that way. It's called the Iron Union. So could be maybe somewhere in the Forge could work. And then the western lower city, you mainly want to avoid the pit, which is this whole blue area here. It's complete chaos over there. There's a bunch of gangs of various sizes just waging war against each other constantly every day, causing issue for the rest of the district, pretty much. So I would say maybe the Forge could work. It wouldn't be very far from the Dead Brûlés territory. Somewhere in the Forge could work. I mean, it's an industrial area, so maybe somewhere.
Aren't we close to the Misfits there?
Well, the Misfits are here, right? Where I'm pointing. The Forge is this whole area here, right? Now, if you want to know exactly what each area is, you're gonna need to roll me a NCL area knowledge, and then I can give you more details.
I think the Forge sounds promising, Industrial, that's where we're likely to find big areas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you have the Glow. The Glow is huge. And it's in various states. Where some areas are very dense and you get a bunch of industry, and some areas that you saw last time or in last run are kind of in disarray. So there could be some possibilities there. But then you'd have to deal with the same gangs you had to deal with during the run last time.
Yeah.
And those are go gangs, so they're rather mobile, and they tend to cover a lot of territory because, they like to be on the road, so...
No, in terms of local enforcers, the force seems to be a lot simpler.
Yeah, yeah.
There might be some small things, but nothing major. So as long as we don't, create too much trouble, we should be fine.
Let's see.
We can probably stay low there fairly easily.
Anyo, you could roll me an area knowledge NCL. Yeah.
Don't have that, so.
No, Anyo. Anyo has it.
Can we consider that I have healed myself?
I did say you guys. I did say it was the next day.
Okay.
So you should have rolled for at least one full night of sleep. Oh, there you go. You heal only one, but you don't have the negative
enough.
anymore. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
All right, 3 hits. 3 hits, pretty good. So what do you know about the Forge? You're gonna do a secondary roll as well. Roll me your Triads 51 Gorgons knowledge as well.
You start scaring me.
All right, very good.
I'd say because the Triad is in there.
Not exactly. So here's what you know. From your area knowledge, you know about the Forge as this big industrial area. The key areas there are, like I said, the barracks, which is a huge residential area. Pretty much like an open air archaeology of some sort, right? You also know this is where the biggest prison of the city is, at the south here. It's called the Colbus Penitentiary. And a little bonus, because you rolled so well on your Triad knowledge. You know there's some mafia activity down there. You don't know exactly what's going on. It's not the Triads, right?
Okay.
But you've heard that the Metro Rail Logistics Yard, which is this place here, is kind of a hotspot for mafia activity. And, the sector in general has some mafia activity going on.
You'll have to say it again, Tachi. You cut.
Yeah, no problem. So I was saying the Metro Rail Logistics Yard, which is this area, is a hotspot for some mafia activity. You don't know what exactly, but you've heard some rumors with your time with the Triads.
Okay.
And the Forge itself, right, in general, has some activity as well.
So we should avoid the near vicinity of those areas here, just because first, more people, more traffic, and mafia stuff. You want to stay a little bit remote, so probably down there or around here would be better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? For once, let's try the legit way. I go to realtor.fr.
Yeah, I was about to say there's 2 ways. We can just buy one.
Let's see, right? For once, let's just automatically try to grab what we want.
Yeah, we just need to do it under a front. But yeah.
We're gonna do the legal way from now on.
I'm just gonna see for a change,
Oh,
guys.
just for 5 minutes. Don't worry.
No more edge running.
I do
try it.
recommend using fake sins for such enterprises.
I have
don't-
a fake sin.
Yeah.
I don't even have a real one.
No one has a real one anymore.
I have a sin, hands off. And I'm gonna for realtor.fr or whatever the website is that's used the most at that time.
I
And
mean,
I
you can
look
do
for
a
it.
matrix search, absolutely.
Man, they really made just googling hard in the future, haven't they?
Yeah.
You need a fucking skill for it.
No, I'm
Because
not
of-
asking you to roll for it. Although, just like using Google is somewhat of a skill today. If you don't know like how to type the proper keywords and all that stuff, you're never gonna find what you want.
Jesus Christ, we're talking about something people do
No,
a
no,
gazillion
but that's
times
what
a
I'm
day,
saying. No,
finding
I'm
something to
saying
rent.
for some
Oh.
things it might be, actually require a role, not for this.
Okay, I
But-
searched the Matrix and I used my enhanced programming and hacking skills to find better searches with more information than the general populace could. do
Yeah,
on their
you're
own.
gonna find the best spots, man. The cheapest one.
I'll find the bank accounts of the people trying to sell it. I'll drain it, put them in debt, make them sell it faster.
What are you looking for exactly? Warehouses?
I'm looking for
Factories.
a warehouse
Uh-huh.
that would be, because we're still planning on not to hide it, so it's not supposed to be hidden somewhere, so it can have a front,
Right.
literally front, something like that. In the general forge area, further away from the hot spots of the mob that
Right.
my friend just pointed out.
Or a small, disaffected factory might work as well.
Yeah, let's open the search. And just because I'm always interested, I'm also looking for a fully furnished flower shop.
Okay, well, you're not going to find a
Flower shop.
flower shop in the forge. But you do find some listings for different warehouses. You quickly come to the realization that doing it the legal way is going to drain your funds way faster than you can replenish it. The cheapest option you're finding is 15,000 nuyen per month.
Okay. And that was 4 because you cut off. The only thing we heard was 15,000 yen.
So
per
the
month.
cheapest option you could find was 15k a month. And
Okay,
it's,
what does that give us?
and it's a dingy fucking 20 square meter.
What?
Yeah.
Damn,
I
the
hacked the
official way
listing.
sucks. The
No,
official way sucks.
I hacked the listing.
Okay, how
And-
do you do that?
Dude, if I'm on a website, I can get to the server that's hosting it. If I can get to the server that's hosting, I can get into the data. I go into the data and I change the number for plus 15 a month to minus 15 a month,
Uh-huh.
making it a steal.
Right.
Since everything else is automated anyway, we just agree and it's minus 15 and we get 15k a month.
Right.
Uh-huh.
You said anything goes. I want to try it.
Okay, do I need to explain why this doesn't work?
No.
Or do you want to go through with it? It's up to you, man.
No, it's fine. Okay. Fine.
You need to find on what host this information is located. It's not like you have to understand the Matrix is not the internet. You can't just track the IP of a website just by snapping your fingers, right?
I wasn't gonna snap my fingers, I was gonna roll some die.
Yeah, no, of course. I'm just saying this is extremely difficult
Thing.
and very unlikely to produce the results you're looking for.
Okay.
So,
Let's just cruise around there. And if we find anything that we like, steal it in every way possible. Let's see if I
yeah.
can change some data somewhere in the city thingy so we can't get annoyed.
Or
Fine.
could you just try, to see if there's any building that has no claim on it, or
Okay, I do 2 searches. First back on the
or
realty.
that no one owns?
Yeah, first back on the realty site. Where
You cut out this time.
that have been open for a while, so most likely somewhat abandoned. And I do what my friend here says, and I also do a search up for abandoned lots.
Okay, sorry.
Or
You cut out as well, so I didn't get most of that.
2 searches. Realty site, looking for properties we like but have been on sale or on rent for a long time, hence possibly abandoned. And a second search going for all properties that are actually abandoned in the area or have had no business or anything registered to it for the last 10 years.
Oh, that would take you more than that. You know, that would be an involved search. That would take you several days to.
Days?
You know, yeah. Well, you'd need to spend a lot of time like cross-referencing information and.
Hey,
Dude, I can do that right now in ChatGPT in an hour.
Right.
yeah, but ChatGPT is gonna give you stuff that's gonna be all wrong. But you would have done it in half an hour.
Okay, let's do it differently. I'm gonna hack the city database. There's gotta be, well, which database would that be?
He's gonna hack le cadastre.
Yeah.
All right.
I knew the word in Dutch, I just didn't know what it is in English.
I don't know it in English, I know it in French.
This is the point where I throw you guys a bone. Because, you know, you guys are still new to the world of Shadowrun, but there's a specific type of contact that's very good at gathering information and using that information and selling that information, right? It's called a fixer.
See, we're gonna pay for it again. Fuck you, we're doing it ourselves.
He's gonna scam us anyway.
Yeah. Fine, I look in my contact list, right? And it's like, does it say fixer anywhere? And it does.
You have 2 right now.
Loyalty is how much they like us, and
Contact is how much influence they have, yes.
in that case, I feel like smiling.
All right.
I call Mr. Smiles.
Yep. Phone rings
Oh,
a few
speak of phone.
times.
I put it on
And,
group call so anyone can join in.
And yeah, eventually, the phone picks up and you hear, "Hey, what can I do for you?"
Hey there, Mr. Smiles.
Ah, you know I don't
We,
like when people call me that.
Really? Do I?
No, yeah, it's an ironic name. Everyone calls him
okay.
that, but he doesn't
What are we
like the name.
Yeah, but we should know that. What would we call him?
I mean, you can keep calling him Mr. Smiles, but you know his full name, right? It's Paradzi. Although, well,
Okay.
he wouldn't use that name anymore. Give me a sec. What was his full name? Was it Marco? I can't remember now.
Oh, I have it written somewhere. Let me check my notes.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
I need to
Marco. You
know-
can call him Marco, yeah.
Marco. Yeah, I need to know when if I'm trying to insult him, I will literally say Mr. Smiles, but I'm not trying to at the moment.
Ah, he's used to it.
So Marco,
Yep. Hello?
start a business, hang low.
Wait.
I
You've
was
cut-
cutting out again. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, you've cut right after Marco, but I have the same issue, so it's Discord for everyone.
Yeah, there you go.
It's Discord that's cutting out.
When someone's cut, it cuts for everyone.
Ah, there you go. So, well, at
So
least now
don't
we
feel
know.
bad. Exactly.
So, in that case, Marco, we place need business. Forge.
Guys, let's switch to the guild's Discord.
Okay.
If we can, maybe we'll have more chance over there.
Everybody should still have.
All right, let's see. Well, Akrazat definitely. I don't know if Utrecht has access to this one.
Yeah, because he used to be in a tabletop RPG, remember?
Oh, there you go. All right,
Yeah.
let's see if it works better here.
Welcome to my old place.
Uh-huh.
I forgot to dust it, I'm sorry.
I lived there for a long time, you know.
Uh-huh.
No.
Anyway, so let's go back to the call.
So-
So, what can I do for you?
Yeah, we're looking for a place to hang low, but maybe run a business somewhere in the Forge, roomy warehouse. It doesn't have to be, fresh, new, but You think you know a place?
Well, I don't have anything right now, but I can, put my ears to the ground and talk to some people. You willing to put some money on this?
Yeah, I'm willing to put some money on this.
Well, I'm not gonna give you a price. Like, depending on how much you're willing to invest.
I check my credit wallet. How much do I have?
J-Dog's internet went out, by the way. He just
Ah.
messaged that.
All right.
So
Let's say somewhere between 10 and 15k.
Okay.
that's a shitload of money.
It's not per month.
No,
But
no.
we've been paid 5,000 or 4,000 each to do
I'm
a
not
shitty
talking
run
about.
with rocket launchers
Oh
and.
shit! He needs to get an invite for this server. Sent him an invite.
All right.
Yeah, it's not for paying for his service, right? It's for what the
Well-
place would cost us.
Yeah, it's money for what he's gonna pay to get information and all that stuff.
Oh, just for what he's doing? Here's 100 creds.
No.
Fucking hell! If I can do it in a couple of days, he can.
No, because this is to pay for him and the various people he's gonna ask and talk to.
Yeah.
Okay, 3k.
Okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
3,000 sounds better.
Is it just to hide for a bit?
No,
Or is
we'd
it-
like to make it a permanent location,
All right.
As far as we can be permanent in this life.
You want this to be discreet, or
We would like to run a business from it, but not everything has to be in the open. If you catch my drift.
right? So, business, but on the low.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can see what I can find. Probably take me a few days to find something legit.
Don't worry. By that time, J-Dog will. Corvus will be up.
Oh, you can't contact him?
Yeah, I'm gonna call him right now. Why is he not picking it up?
All right, fair enough.
Should have gotten the invite.
There you go.
There we
Hey, J-Dog.
Channel's
You-
locked.
It's fine, you're here. Hello?
I'll take away the lock.
J-Dog.
God. Hello? Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
there you
Yeah.
Goddamn fucking nightmare, dude.
go. It's fine.
There, I'm gonna make it a public one for a while, and then I'll lock it again.
All right. Mr. Smiles tells you send the fund and I'll start looking for it.
I sent him 3k for my funds.
From your funds.
Well, somebody has to pay it, right?
Well, you guys can share the cost.
Yeah, exactly. We can
Okay,
pay
let's-
750 each.
Chip in.
Whoa, whoa. Why
Okay.
are-
Yeah.
He's already
Yeah,
offered
you
us.
said-
Why is everyone
Well, you're
else
not
jumping up?
you're not here yet, J-Dog. So right now, just to give you the scene, everyone but you is at the Rusty Bean because they can contact you, and they were talking about finding a hideout. And after, talking things out, decided to call Mr. Smiles. You know him by another name, Paradzi, right? He's your fixer now, and you guys are about to pay him some money to find a good place.
And Corvus. J-Dog?
Oh, there, huh?
Yeah. You've gotten Corvus has gotten close to fuse, right? And you wake up, and you see a notification. Yeah. It's Corvus. It's Fuse's birthday today.
Oh, how cute.
I know, right?
It
And you're
seems
late.
like Corvus doesn't give a shit.
You realize lack of emotions?
Well, no. The only emotion you don't feel is fear.
Here, yeah.
Although your essence is pretty low, so yeah, you do kind of act robot-like.
Okay.
I guess happy birthday, Fuse.
Thank you.
Corvus, by
Is
the way,
it really your birthday?
Yeah, dude.
in real life?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Valentine's
Well,
Day.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, dude.
Thanks. I hate Valentine's.
Uh huh. All right. You,
What a day to
for
have a
your birthday,
birthday.
you get 1 point of karma.
Ah,
Fuck yeah.
Let's go. I'm not kidding, by the way. You get 1 point of karma.
Thanks. I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna add it. 1 point of karma birthday.
There you go.
By the way, today's
I
also
survived
my
the year.
birthday.
Shut up.
I forgot to mention that, but
Anyway,
I'm
so
buying
you,
Fuse a soy cupcake.
For some reason, I have to roleplay that I like that shit. He's used to it.
It's the best you can find at the Rusty Bean, man.
I know. That's sad.
Premium pastries.
So
okay,
anyway,
so yeah.
J-Dog, you have to take away 750 from your monies, your cred sticks, because we're paying a real estate agent. Even
What
the
if I don't
criminals.
agree to
You did agree. There's a saying, he who remains silent agrees. And you were very silent.
You know how to do an expense, right? To remove money.
Yeah.
You
just
create
find
an
this
expense,
file.
you give it a name.
There it is.
All right, so I trust everybody to do that.
oops, gave myself 7.5 mil.
Error from the bank. You can keep it.
Yeah, we're not playing Monopoly, okay?
Oh, really?
It's an accidental transfer.
Yeah. Anyway,
Do I put this on my deductibles?
on your deductibles, what do you mean? For
It's a
taxes?
business, yeah, it's a business. I need to keep track of my expenses.
You forgot one thing. You're not paying taxes. You don't have a sin. The only tax you're paying is, when you buy shit. Because there's taxes and proportion in the price, but you're not paying You're not paying an income tax.
Dude, if I learn something, it's those that pay no taxes that get most taxes back.
Yeah, I guess. But you would need to be in the system for that, to some degree, which you're not.
Okay.
Anyway, so the hideout thing will take a few days. At least now I have a good idea of what you guys want. So Mr. Smiles will do his thing and come back to you when he's got more information. Now, what else?
Cool.
So right now we are, by the way, I need my calendar.
I'll send Kalis a message meanwhile when he's able to do the car.
So right now we're Saturday. So let's say you guys met in the morning, right? Like midway through the morning. You guys went for a coffee, so that seems to fit. And Kalis say, yeah, this afternoon's fine. I'm free.
Alright, cool. I'll see you there. I'll
All
message
right.
him back.
What are you gonna do to the van?
I have an appointment to get it a little upgrade so it can camouflage itself.
Well,
Sort of.
not exactly, but at least
Kinda.
be less screamingly obvious.
In quotations, camouflage for him.
Yeah. So let's see if I can remember what it was. How did I call it?
New paint job.
Because
It
you
was
got the
chameleon
chameleon
something?
coating.
Yeah, it was chameleon coating, wasn't it?
Yeah. But we didn't want to go for the chameleon coating because that was too expensive.
Is the deaquifier?
You want to go for the cheap?
No, you
chameleon
want to
coat.
go for the electrochromic coating.
Oh yeah, that was the one. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is kind of homebrew, but that's fine. I just need to remember the price. So just give me a minute.
It was on the
You
house,
said it
right?
was. You said it was half price of the other one.
Yes, but I just can't find the price of the chameleon coating within the game right now. For whatever reason, it says 1,000 yen, which I know is not the case.
As I would say in the shop, if there's no price attached, it's free.
Uh-huh.
Half price of free is still free.
Mm-hmm.
So modification, coating.
It's probably on discount if it's your birthday today, so maybe if you should
There
buy
we
it.
go. So that will be 8,000 yen.
Right.
So no, it's not on discount.
I mail Akrazat my birthday coupon that I got in the spam mail from that vendor. Here's 10% off. Type in the code.
For your birthday.
I type in the birthday code for the coupon.
Yeah, it doesn't work for
Does it
whatever
work?
reason.
Damn it! Shit!
Fucking scammed again.
Kalis being kind of a smuggler and all that stuff, he doesn't really do legit business. So yeah, he doesn't really have discount
Do you really
codes.
think? Do you really think that even those types of people don't need marketing?
No, they definitely do, but you wouldn't have a coupon for his stuff.
With the amount of scratches I have put on Hot Rod's car, I probably would be on the mailing list of a guy like that.
Yeah, maybe, but not him.
Well, in that case, I go like, what do you need to pay at that, dude? Because I know a couple and I got some coupons today. And I go through the list of all the guys on the mailing list. And you're like, look, this one's giving 25 off.
This is a pretty rare product, though. So thankfully, Kalis has it in stock.
Goddamn, can't I roll like negotiation against GM?
I mean, there are cases where you might be able to negotiate on behalf of others. But this is something that was already decided from last time. And I'm already, doing a Crane a favor because this is a homebrew item that I made for him. So there you go.
That's my birthday gift.
Yeah,
It's
so
my
you
Valentine's
can
gift.
Remove 8,000 for the electrochromic coating. So keep in mind with the rules I had, it takes 5 minutes to completely change the color of the car. You can go with a two-tone pattern. You can't go fucking rainbow all over the place. Not possible.
No, it's mainly being used to just be a gray or black anyway, to like sort of...
Oh, you can do multiple colors, but it's generally two-tone. You can't do...
Oh, I know, but he's
Yeah.
mainly going to use it to make it less
Yeah.
obvious.
Just make
Because
it a random black van.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you
Or
can
like
do zebra.
or random white with black lettering, free candy.
Uh-huh.
I mean, two-tone.
Technically, he can do that as well. Yes.
Well, guess what I'm planning to do? That's how I'm going to make my money.
Keep in mind, here it's bonbon gratuit.
Bonbon gratuit. Yes, exactly.
Goddamn Frenchies.
All right. Anyone else has business to deal
Well,
with?
I would like to sell a bike.
All right. So I'm guessing you bring it to Les Têtes
Hot
Brûlées,
Rod.
to Hot Rods.
Yep.
You have to scratch another car.
No, this time I'm just getting rid of this piece of amazing machinery.
Right. How did you get that?
It just came to me. It's an adoption. It's a
5
rescue.
finger discount.
The owner gonna come look for it?
Only if you can crawl out of the ground.
Alright. Let's see what I can do. Alright, let me bring out the calculator. So we'll go with that. Says okay. Roll me a negotiation check first. We'll see how well you do.
Okay. Negotiation. Is this contracts?
No. I think contract will come in handy, but later on in the campaign. So people. There. I'm gonna bring him out. Ooh, 5 hits.
Hot rod.
Okay, so you're lucky.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do have a lot of charisma, I think.
So that's.
No luck.
He says, alright. It's in a pretty good state. A recent model. Let's do 2,500.
You know what? Throw in a dirt bike and it's a deal.
If I throw in the dirt bike, we'll do 2K.
Okay, it's fine. It's a deal.
Alright. And you we'll see for the state of the dirt bike, but take away the Mirage, add yourself 2K new yen, and add yourself a dirt bike to vehicles. I'll come up with the stats at some point. It's not a great thing, right?
No,
It
it's
doesn't
just,
go
you know,
very fast, but he knows what you want. It's more like a
practice stunting again.
yeah,
and
it's
stuff
a
like
stunt.
that, yeah.
It's a stunt bike, so it's a small stunt bike. It doesn't have a very a crazy engine or anything.
Nope.
Okay. Anyone else has
Yeah.
business to attend to? I'll take that as a no.
Let's risk it here. As I get on the stunt bike,
Uh-huh.
I try to do a wheelie out of the compound, because I am a legend.
All right. Roll
Fall flat
your
as
If he's gonna
grind.
fall off his ass.
Wait,
Roll
wait, wait.
your grind pilots.
Remember, before we started, I wanted to add a point to pilots.
Oh, you haven't done it. I thought you did it.
No, because I actually don't know how to add a point.
Oh, okay. You can expand the skills, and then you just go to pilot groundcraft, add a 1 instead of the 0, and remove the 2 comma for that.
Oh, there was already a 1 there.
I just did it for you.
Okay, then I'm gonna roll for it. Wish me luck, guys.
Fall flat in his ass.
Roll high.
Fall flat in his ass.
All right.
Two
All right.
2 hits out of 3 died. That's
2
not
hits.
bad.
It's not bad, but 2 hits is not quite enough to pull the stunt
Dude,
quite yet.
It's only a wheelie. It's like the easiest trick ever. Come on, let me have
I'm
this.
sorry, but it's not quite enough to pull a proper wheelie. What
Okay.
happens is, right, you do pop the wheelie, but only for like 3 meters, right? You don't have, like, then you go back on your wheels. But you're like, okay, with a little bit of practice, I'll get this done. You haven't tried this in 30 years.
Yeah, I look at the guys around and you're like, Jesus Christ, these bikes aren't calibrated well enough anymore. Just have to tinker with it first. And I drive off back to.
But hey,
Rust.
at
Frank can tinker with it.
least you didn't fall flat on your face and
I know, right?
lose your reputation forever.
I know, right?
Everybody knows you've been out of the game for quite a while, so.
Mhm. Still got it.
And to be honest, it's a Saturday morning. There wasn't that much people watching you, so you're all right.
Okay.
Fuck.
Anyway, on the ride home, I tried to smoothen it out a bit and try not to fall on my face.
All right.
As
Anyone
you're
else?
not going crazy, you're probably gonna be fine.
Well, Crane meanwhile drives up to Killus's workshop to get the.
Yeah,
coding
I mean,
done.
unless you want to do something specific, we're not gonna roleplay every little interaction. He gets the
Well, what I
upgrade done by
do-
the evening, no problem.
What I do with the rest of the day, though, to get a feel of my new bike and to
Mhm.
get back into the whole trick thingy, I take a stroll through the forge, get the feel of the land already, keep my eyes a bit open,
Okay.
so that when our scammer, or as you call it, the fixer, comes back, that I at least have an idea what he's
Hey,
talking
you
about.
guys have a good relationship with Mr. Smiles, okay?
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Not like the other fixer who was kind of.
Oh, Lex, yeah. Lex, you don't trust him much, but you haven't heard from him for a while, so you're not sure what's up. So I'll give you like a little bit of a description, I guess, of the forge. So it's a gritty and dystopian landscape dominated by colossal factories and smoke-belching chimneys that blot out the sky in their perpetual haze. There's a constant cacophony of clanging metal, the hiss of steam and the roar of machinery. So yeah, it's a constant symphony that echoes through the street. Massive industrial complexes, some dating back to the early 20th century. Skyline's punctuated by towering smokestacks, and the air is choked with acid fumes.
You know what would do well here?
Mhm.
A bit of color, like a flower shop.
Or
You really want
a
your
purple
flower
van.
shop.
Or a van.
Yeah, well, it will turn into a grey van really soon with the smoke. But I mean, you should open a flower store here. It'll attract business.
The problem is, the only people you see walking about are, they're not here for tourism. Let's put it that way. They all, like, most people are wearing some kind of work clothes or that sort of stuff. I mean, you do see the occasional vagrant, but definitely not as much as in the rest of the lower city. This is very much an industrial area, through and through.
Okay.
Anything else, guys?
It's not a nice place to have a hideout. Can't we have a penthouse somewhere?
It's not supposed to be a nice place. We don't have the money for the penthouse.
Not yet.
Look, if
Yet.
we're gonna do it
Not
illegal
yet.
anyway, if you're gonna do it illegally anyway, let's just rob some poor fucker who thinks he's going to a corp job. Rob him, kidnap him, go to his place, turn over the place to our names, and boom, there it is.
And then, for whatever reason, have some corporal samurai show up on your doorstep and kick your ass.
Uh-huh. No, but we said it was ours. Come on, what are you doing?
How many would show up?
We'll just call the cops.
How many would show up? I mean, with your current stats, I think one would be enough.
Come on.
We'll just blame it on a crane and he can run off in his van.
Why me?
Because if you're in the van, nobody's gonna want to touch you.
You're short enough that it looks like you already got cut in half.
I could just pass off as an innocent child.
Yeah.
All right,
think
so
that's why Mr. Smile
if
is
you
like-
guys are not going to do anything for the next few days,
Nope.
which is fine.
Nothing specific, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I keep working on my apps.
Your side business?
Yeah.
All right. You haven't really established any contact with any gangs right now, though.
No, I would start with my favorite gang.
All right, fair
The
enough.
Dead Brûlé.
Fair enough. Give me a logic hacking check.
Okay.
So any test that's logic plus hacking. Doesn't really matter. I'll leave the responsibility of keeping track of the total number of hits to you, okay?
Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I would have no clue how to find a logic plus hacking.
Or just roll logic and add your hacking to it. Or no, actually, just go to your skills, right?
Yeah.
And you should have hacking somewhere. Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, I have hacking.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just roll that then.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm rolling it.
All right.
Four
you get
hits?
4 hits. And
Yep.
do a logic plus electronic warfare.
Well, I have that as well. That's my electronic warfare.
Okay, so for each, you get 3 net hits. So that's a total of 6 net hits. So
Okay,
there you go.
thank you.
So keep that in mind, and we will see what it does at the end of the month. All right, so like I said, if you guys don't do anything for the next few days, we're going to move on to Tuesday at this point. So this was Saturday, so set a current date. There we go. So at some point Tuesday, you guys...
Question.
Yes.
We recover physically and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
at this point, if you guys sleep for a few days and you barely have any injuries, you can recover all your injuries. Don't forget to recover your edge as well.
Both points or just one?
It's 1 per day of rest, per night of rest. So at this point, you recover pretty much everything. The only one I think that where that might not be the case is Anyo, I think, because he's got 5. Yeah, there you go.
No. I only had used 2 of.
Yeah, so there you go. Recover your HP, recover your edge. We're good to go.
5 points of edge. Who's Dixie?
Well, he's a human, and human, they don't have like big bonuses like a troll has, but they have more edge. That's their advantage they have. So, as I was going to say, Tuesday comes and you get a message. Where do I put that? You get a message from Mr. Smiles, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to copy paste it in the chat so you guys can follow along. There. So, hey team. Long time no run, huh? Hope you've all been keeping your noses relatively clean, or at least out of the worst of the muck. I've got something different on the line this time. Something that veers into the doing good while getting paid territory. How's that for a change of pace? I've arranged a meet with a contact from the Diocese of Lyon. Now, you're not getting hired for Sunday school. This is street level stuff, but with a twist that I think will catch your interest. The meet is with a bishop, believe it or not, named Bishop Grisard, a man who's taken it upon himself to navigate the shadows to shed light on some dark corners. Sounds like a character out of a trid, doesn't it? The rendezvous is at the Basilica of Notre-Dame de Fourvière, Old Lyon. I know, not our usual haunts, but I'm told the view's worth the trip alone. The meeting's set for 8 p.m. tomorrow. Dress to blend, not to impress. This isn't a gala, and we don't want the wrong kind of attention. I'll be there with you, like to keep an eye on my investment, and that's what you guys are. Solid, reliable investments. This job's a bit personal for the bishop, so let's show him what we're made of. It's an opportunity to do some real good here, and the pay's nothing to sneeze at either. Let's get back into the game. Confirm your attendance, and don't be late. Opportunities like this don't come knocking every day. Stay sharp.
Oh, we need to be there, at 8 o'clock in the... tomorrow?
8 p.m.
And it's
tomorrow.
in the north? We're never gonna make it if we leave now. I heard traffic is bitching.
No, it's in Old Lyon. I mean, traffic's pretty bad indeed, but you guys should be able to make it.
Okay.
Facing us.
In that case, I'm in.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
When I do reply with, son of a bitch, I'm in. Where's our warehouse?
Still looking for it.
Okay.
I got a few things here and there, but nothing great so far.
I sent Candy a quick text saying like, "Hey, if you ever wanna change of scenery or profession, let me know. I'm thinking of starting a business." Kisses. Cheers.
You don't get an answer for now.
Of course
And
not. She's
what
probably
business?
working.
Okay, so you
Good.
guys have a
Don't
full
mock
day.
Candy.
You guys have a full day. Do you plan on doing anything, or can we move on to the meet already?
Can we just get a bit of intel on the guy?
Yes, that's what I would want to do.
Bishop Grisard?
Yes.
Okay. I'm guessing Matrix Search.
Yippers. Let me get there. Matrix, Matrix, Trico, it is special. Oh fuck no, I'm literally doing that shit.
Why? By
Three
the way,
hits?
they fixed the thresholds for Matrix Search. So let's see, where is it? I'll tell you what difficulty to go for. Where is it? You just go for the second one, I think. Yeah, limited interest, not publicized. Let's go with that.
Right.
When you go to roll for Matrix
Yeah,
Search,
got it. Okay, I'll roll it.
information type. Because, public search. Okay. Very good. So your initial inquiry doesn't find much. But eventually you do find some stuff. Well, you find the public stuff, which is basically when Bishop Grisard is having his mass at what church and all that stuff. But here and there, you find some rumors about maybe he was he used to be a Shadowrunner
Ooh. Interesting.
that changed his ways and decided to, do some good another way.
I try to locate the nearest jewelry store, and I buy 4 cheap crosses. What?
I mean, sure. Let's do.
You have to prepare for every job.
Let's do 20 New Yen.
Okay, I paid
Just some
20
cheap churches, cheap crosses.
It's still more expensive than panties, and that's why God is losing.
No, it's less expensive than panties. Are you kidding me?
What?
It was
Panties were 15.
no,
No, it was
50.
50.
50.
Oh, 50. Yeah, but those were divine. These are just crosses.
Yeah, you said cheap crosses.
Yeah.
So
Cheap crosses are cheap.
yeah, it's just like a cheap tiny cross. Yeah, a tin or something.
Yeah, I give him to everybody like, hey, wear this around your neck or whatever. I don't know. He's a bishop. I don't care that much.
All right. So I'm guessing we're moving to the meet now, yeah?
Wait,
Yep.
All right.
Oh, should I put it on there?
before we do,
Uh-huh.
I use my coating to get the car a black color.
Mhm.
And I take a picture of it and send to the others. Look at my sweet new white.
I reply with, oh, finally you got taste.
I reply with, "Who are you and what have you done with?"
Oh man, that's so humor from the 90s, 3 centuries ago.
It's still me, a crane.
Yeah, Crane. That's the name I'm looking for.
And a crane is still wearing his bright purple jacket. Although you can change the color of the jacket on the fly.
Oh yeah,
as
I
well.
can change that as well.
So I have a few questions. Are you guys going in armed? Are you guys how are you guys dressed? Like, what's going on?
Well, I'm wearing my suit, as I usually am, where all my weaponry is hidden anyway. So yes, I'm going in armed and I'm going in snappy.
All right.
I'm going my usual style with my loose jeans, my hoodie, and
Yeah,
You
fair
know,
enough. A crane, I'm
relaxed.
assuming, is in his usual style as well.
Oh hell no!
Apart, the car is going to be black, and given the information given, he's also going to use his jacket to make it black.
All right, fair enough. What about Corvus?
Same as we usually am.
Yeah, just a big jacket and ugly and doesn't care.
Wow, you are
I
so
don't
good at
give a
blending
fuck.
in.
All right, fair enough.
Do I look like I blend in?
Not really, but hey, the church is for everybody, my son.
You could just stay in the van.
Uh,
By the way, important detail:
yes.
the interior of the van. What does that look like? Are we talking? Because right now I have like this vision of pink or leopard skin, fluffy 70s chairs or couches.
I don't know. A
No.
crane. What does it look like?
The interior just looks, it's pretty generic.
Okay. Crazy paint job on the outside, generic on the inside.
It's only the outside that's
So
crazy.
So you're basically proving a point that it's not about what you like, but how much you can hurt others.
Yes,
Yep,
exactly.
that's pretty much a crane in a nutshell.
Yes.
All right. As your group approaches the Basilica of Notre-Dame de Fourvière, the deep indigo of twilight has settled over the city, casting long shadows over the sprawling urban landscape below. Because the Basilica is basically built on one of the highest points of the city. So it gives you this absolutely breathtaking view. The last traces of the sunset linger on the horizon, a faint golden glow fading into the encroaching darkness. Perched atop the heights of the 5th district, the Basilica stands as a commanding silhouette against the dimming sky, its presence both serene and imposing, a beacon of spiritual and architectural grandeur amidst the bustling life of the NCL. From the vantage point, the city stretches out like a glittering carpet of lights, its myriad colors reflected in the rivers that weave through Lyon's heart. The technology archaeology dominates the city skyline as usual, a massive angular monolith that seems to absorb the faint remaining light of day. The basilica itself is illuminated by a soft external lighting, which highlights the intricate Gothic and Byzantine features of its facades. The glow of the lamps pick out the jewel towers and the mosaics above the entrance, giving them a warm, inviting radiance. The cobblestone path leading up the grand doors is empty save for 3 robed monks stationed at the entrance, their presence both serene and enigmatic. You guys approach?
Yeah, let's get in. That's
Guys.
what we're here for.
All right.
I saw a documentary about this once. I heard it was built by aliens.
Aliens?
Come on, we can't build this anymore this day, let alone. Well, how did they do it back in those days? Like the pyramids, it was, built by aliens. I'll send you a link.
Hey,
I'm
Skeeter
interested.
is here.
Of course, aliens.
All right, so the monk's robes are a deep burgundy, shade that seems to absorb the light around them. The central figure is much taller and imposing than the others, but you can't see his face. He keeps his hood pulled very low, shrouding his face in shadow. As you approach, the central monk inclines his head slightly, acknowledging your arrival. He seems to recognize you. And with a single deliberate motion, he gestures towards the massive arch door of the basilica. Doesn't say a word. The 2
Let's get
monks at his
there.
side step aside in perfect unison, granting you passage.
See? We're so good at blending in. It took him so long to find us. And I look at Anyo. And then at Corvus. Yeah, we're very good at blending in.
You guys step inside.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we step inside. We follow the dude, right?
I completely blend in, man.
So as you step inside, it's like you're suddenly teleported to another place. Like the sound of the city just stops, and you hear silence, or what you would picture silence sounds like. The contrast is immediate and profound. The Basilica's interior seems to belong to another world, far removed from the neon chaos outside. The cool air carries the faint scent of incense, and the silence is so profound that every footstep echoes against the ornate stonework. Above, vivid mosaics shimmer faintly in the soft glow, and strategically placed lighting make the murals glow. And one thing that immediately completely puts you in awe as well is the myriad of spirits manifested as ephemeral angels flying about in the church.
We can all see those?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you've seen spirits, before.
Yeah. This reminds me of the time that we saw a fucking demon.
Yeah, I don't like this.
No. I swear to God, there's only so many dry cleaners in the city. I'm gonna get a reputation.
But yeah, it's very impressive. The way the angels appear is like reflection on water, and they just fly about the place.
Would it be common knowledge for my character, the whole spirit thing? What's happening now?
Well, is your character a Christian? Like, or did you used to go to church?
I never thought about that.
Uh-huh. Because religion is still very much a thing in Shadowrun.
Would it be logical for an elven gangbanger to go to church?
Here's what I'll say. In Lyon, the Diocese of Lyon is still very influential, right? There was a schism at the start of the Awakening with the Vatican and the Church of France, but particularly the Diocese of Lyon, because the Vatican started saying that the metahumans were demons, right? But the Church of France was against that and was more about accepting others and all that stuff. So in France, the church still has a pretty good image until recently. So yeah, and since religion and magic is pretty intertwined in the Sixth World, I'd say yeah. If you've gone to church before, you would have seen some spirits flying about.
Okay.
And because your beliefs tend to influence the way your magic interacts or appears, especially with spirits, then yeah. Christians, when they summon spirits, they tend to look like angels. Muslims, they could look like jinns, for example, right? So yeah, it's not common knowledge, but it's not something that you would have necessarily seen before, but it's something you would know about. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
It's still quite the sight because, you don't go every Sunday to the Basilica at the top of the city.
Yeah, but I was just wondering if my character would go like, ooh, angels, or ooh, aberrations done by somebody else, or ooh, I need to check out where the projector is for this thing.
Okay, sorry.
Whereas it would be myself, ooh, can I banish all of them?
Skeeter just fucking killed me.
I just read
I was being quiet. I was gonna go like, I'm gonna keep it stream friendly when you start with Christians as this, and Muslims like, oh no, shut up.
Fuck's sake. Oh my god. Anyway. Whew. Alright, let's go back. So, I guess you guys start moving forward.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So your movement guides you towards the altar, where you see a bishop seated on one of the benches, his head slightly bowed in conversation with Mr. Smiles. The bishop's robes, simple and unadorned, speak to his humility, standing in contrast with the grandeur of his surrounding. Mr. Smiles, ever the cynic, yet somehow comfortable in this hallowed place, spots you and gestures for you to approach. And by the way, here they are. Perazzi had a face change, by the way.
He looks like Snake.
Mm-hmm.
He does, right? Or wait, let me zoom in.
Magic.
Yeah, he does look like Snake a little. Yeah. I love the bishop.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I had fun.
Okay, I casually stroll over to the bishop. I tap the cross, the cheap cross around my neck. I said, Your Majesty?
Please, my son. You don't need to address me with such frivolous terms.
And I take a seat. I assume they're seated.
Yes, they're all seated at a bench.
Yeah, I take a seat. I heard you require mysterious ways to get things done.
Why am I missing a part? Oh, fuck's sake. give me a
I
sec.
don't know, Bishop. Maybe it's still with the altar boy. I swear to God, if I'm ever seated across a bishop and he goes like, why am I missing a part? I'm leaving. Oh.
missing a part of my notes. Give me a sec. Professional, GM right there. I did say I was tired and I didn't have time to properly write this shit.
Don't worry.
While you're looking, I don't know if you can do the two things at once. Could you, in the meantime, engulf us with some more lore? Like, what's the church's stance on gay marriage?
Homosexuality at this point in time, in general, is pretty accepted. There's still a lot of extremists of all sorts because you always need something to blame the ills of society on. But the French church overall, like I said, is fairly progressive compared to the rest of Christianity in the world.
So gays can get married for the church now.
In France, I would say yes.
Okay. Thank you. What is their view on Shadowrunning?
Well, you'll have to ask them that. It's not something you know.
Okay.
There you go. I found the parts I was missing. Fucking hell.
Do they still have a missionary post on Epstein Island?
Alright, let's move on. Alright, so he gestures towards a small hollow projector resting on the bench beside him, and a soft whir proceeds to display of a young woman's face. Features are kind, though her expression holds a mix of, fear and defiance. You can't really see that on that picture I generated, but this is what she looks like.
Oh my.
Well, I know someone's who's going to be hitting on that.
Viewers know.
He says her name is Claire Fontenot. Sister, daughter, a soul who deserves better than the cruelty she has endured. She was taken as collateral by those who see lives only as currency. Freedom now lies in your hands.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Should go to the bathroom.
And I'm still missing some notes. Great. Why am I missing so many things? Very frustrating. So I'll keep it simple. Claire Fontenot is being held as leverage by the Al Akira Mafia. Her brother made bad choices, got in over his head, and now she's paying the price. She's collateral. A tool to them. So, I've got funds that should be enough to buy her freedom if we play this right. You take this to Dolly's, one of Al Akira's Bunraku parlors. That's where she's been taken. If you've never been in a place like that, count yourself lucky. They strip away everything that makes someone human and sell what's left. The plan's straightforward: deliver the money, secure Claire's release, and get her out. I'd love to believe they'll take the cash and hand her over without a fight. But you probably know better. I know better. Be ready for things to go sideways. If it comes to it, do what you have to. Now, I don't know who you are and what drives you, but I'm not here to judge. I'm here because you're professionals, you do a job, you get paid. That's the arrangement. Let me be clear. Claire comes first. You take this money to Dolly's, pay what they ask, and get her out in one piece. Anything left over, it comes back to the church. The money will help her rebuild, and she'll need every bit of it.
I can understand. I shall help her build. I mean, yes, and what are we talking about payment-wise here? Because as you said, we are professionals. Professionals don't work for free.
Indeed. You're getting paid for this, 5,000 apiece. That's the deal.
5,000 down with 5,000 on completion?
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
No, 5,000 apiece. Well, so 5,000 each. 20,000 a year total.
Okay, but we need 4K up front.
What for?
Business
Expenses.
expenses. Preparation.
Well, if you need information, I can most likely provide some.
Yeah, we need information, but we also need the cash for preparation. We'd like to have 4K up front.
All right, roll me a negotiation check.
Still not a contract?
No, like I said, this will probably come in handy later.
Come on, you're good enough at negotiation.
Well, a contract gives me +6.
No, it gives you +2 when it's with contracts.
Oh yeah, my rating is 6 already.
Yeah. Says, well, I can see some expenses beforehand being useful, but I can't do 4,000. I'll do you 2,000.
Okay. Everybody, write down 500.
And yeah, he grabs a cred stick out of his pocket, slots it in a comlink, and hands it over to you.
Thank you. So,
When was she taken?
So, as I was saying, she was taken by the Al Akira. You ever heard of those criminals?
Have I ever heard of those criminals?
yeah, I look at you. Have you ever heard?
Well, you can roll your mafia knowledge. Let's see if you get enough hits. Maybe you'll have some details about them. Yeah, for both of you, you've heard the name, but you're not sure exactly. They don't seem to deal with the triads, so you're not
How
sure.
do you spell it?
I'll write it in chat.
Well, the good thing about a mob is if you haven't heard of them, they're not scary. Otherwise, we'd know them. Okay, I had a completely different spelling in mind.
Same.
This gives me
Why-
different vibes as well.
What do you think I ask? Yeah, I had the H's in the wrong place.
So he says, well, they're a pretty violent mafia based in the lower city. They have a lot of activity in the forge.
Oh, great. Neighbors. We're gonna start off fighting with the neighbors.
They
You
took
have
Claire
a-
to a Bunraku parlor.
Mhm.
I assume
Oh,
you know
totally.
what those are.
No, do I?
Would this be general? I think Fugues would know at least, just by
I mean, with my
virtue.
upbringing.
Well, also by virtue of your contact with what's her name, Candy.
Yeah, and my mom was a stripper, so.
Oh yeah, exactly. So yeah, you would know a bit of it. So Bunraku parlors are basically whorehouses, right, of a particular kind. If you guys have played Cyberpunk, you've kind of experienced a little bit of it when you went to Clouds, right? So there's these chips called Personifix, right, that overwrite your personality. So Bunraku parlors equip prostitutes with, cheap readers, and then they can implant those chips. And it completely overrides their personality. They don't even remember what happened, right? And you
So
can
it's a
have,
role-
let's say you want to have sex with a celebrity, right? They could, modify a prostitute to make it look like the celebrity, and then implant a personifix to make her act like a celebrity.
So it's a whorehouse for ultimate role playing, basically.
Mm-hmm. But it's also not very moral because those personifixes tend to have some side effects. It's not very good for your health. And they were derived from Better Than Life chips. And Corvus would know about Better Than Life chips, right? Because he has a little bit of history with some abuse with those. And Better Than Life
you like
chips...
the role play?
Yeah, Better Than Life chips are chips that make you experience something. Could be anything, really. But to the nth degree, where what you feel is more real than real, right?
The
Like,
ultimate
ever
drug.
felt an adrenaline rush? Well, with a BTL, you can feel that 100 times over, right? An orgasm. Feels good, right? Try it with a BTL. So,
Are you advertising or warning? Because so far
Sounds
I'm
like
going,
an advertisement.
yeah, the problem is that it tends to fry your brain.
It's still not a problem for Fuse. Keep going.
Hey, no problem.
Well, you do need some cyberware to be able to read those BTLs.
Still not a problem for Fuse. Keep going.
But yeah, they can be very dangerous, and they can be extremely addictive. And
Corvus, where can I get my hands on a BTL?
Don't go down that road.
Dude, I want to try it once.
You don't want
Just
to.
once.
Trust me.
I do. Trust me. Anyway, back to the case at hand.
Yes.
So when was she taken?
She was taken a month and a half ago.
Also, by now she might have been modified.
Oh yeah. Let's put it that way. She is probably being used as we speak.
Interesting. Very interesting. I'm gonna write some
Do we
checks.
have any information regarding like numbers, as in amount of people they have?
This is not information I have available. I can tell you where they are. Sadly,
It strikes me a bit interesting, Mr. Bishops, Your Majesty, or Your Honor, sir. Why wait a month and a half?
well, first of all, we were not made aware immediately,
Mm-hmm.
and we've had the information for only a few days. I've tried other avenues to release her.
So
That
who else
seems-
knows about this?
Only a select few in the church, and her brother, of course. But
Anyone that might cause us problems along the road? We have had some nasty experiences in the past.
no one that will cause you problem here. We've been
No
very
double
discreet.
bookings.
So we're the only people you've gone to so far for this.
Excuse me?
We're the only people you've gone to so far for this.
Yes.
Okay, are they expecting us at a certain time?
Not at all.
So no arrangement has been made to meet up at all.
No.
Can we have the contact details to make the arrangements?
Well, I have a name. Not much more. The
That's not.
Go ahead.
Well, that's not smart of them, right? If they want you to pay, they need to give you an easy way to pay, right?
Well, they don't really want us to pay at this point.
Well,
They want
yeah,
to
the
keep
idea is-
their, you know,
Mhm.
money maker.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to buy a bag, but they're not willing to sell right now.
So what's the name of the person?
Where is he? Where is he? I'll read that in a second, J-Dog. Just need to find that information.
We just need to convince them to sell.
There you go. Malik Azar is, from what I've heard, the man operating dollies.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, J-Dog, you can make drugs. You will need some compounds and stuff like that. Those can, depending on what you want to do, might be more or less difficult to get your hands on. There's obviously already existing compounds for knocking out a person. But what you're trying to do is a bit advanced. This is something that will knock out a person for a bit, but they will still walk around and can potentially... What?
What? Hmm?
What?
Sorry.
Why are you interrupting
Keep
me?
Keep it in chat, for fuck's sake.
Why?
Anyway, so, because I'm asking, keep it in chat.
I'm not gonna start typing shit.
Anyway, that's a surprise tool we'll use later. So this Malik Azar.
I'm just saying, this is very advanced. Give me a sec. You guys, okay. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. A Crane and Utrecht and Anyo we're gonna mute you guys. We're gonna have this talk, all right? Apparently, there's a talk that needs to be had here.
I'll go to the toilet then, meanwhile.
All right, so we'll move you guys to AFK, and I'll bring you back when we're done. There. All right, what the fuck's going on?
So I need them to be able to say I do.
Yes. So the whole plan
So
is
the
we
plan
drug them
is-
and we get them gay married by the bishop.
Well, I mean, first of all, you can't just do that on the fly, right? And this is quite advanced. So you want
No,
basically,
it's not something that I was wanting to do on the fly. I was like,
yeah, of course.
we don't have to do this like right now.
Yeah, of course.
I obviously was planning on like thinking about, I have to make the drugs probably myself because I do have probably the ability to make
Like
them.
what you
And that's
want to
why I
do is a
said-
brain-controlled drug, right? It's
I'll help
something.
them
What?
program something. I don't know. I can abuse the drones, but let's keep it in chat in the sense that if they know, it's not gonna be fun.
No, of course. I'm just saying, like, this is quite advanced.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is feasible with just some like off-the-shelves compounds.
No, but let's just say, just throwing it out here. What if he can drug them just enough for them to be like, let's say Rohypnol, but slightly more coherent, slightly more, right? And I hack their comlink thingy, their AR,
Right.
and they see something completely different. And I make them think something completely different, and they reply with "I do." So they just believe that whatever they're seeing in AR is what is reality, and the bishop is just standing there doing a real ceremony. They have no clue what they're standing there for because they're drugged up, and they believe the AR version. And I just make them respond to that.
Okay, I'll have to think about it.
Okay, think about it, how we can pull it off. But that's the plan. Is that okay, J-Dog?
That's fully okay.
Okay, that
I'm
way
just-
you don't have to concoct some weird drug. It's like it's basically you put them in a very suggestive state, which is a drug that already exists today,
Right.
and I play VR in front of their eyes, which kind of exists today. The
Okay.
suggestive.
The
They-
drug thing, we can pull it off, all that stuff. Now, it's gonna be, it's not guaranteed. Like, it's gonna be. There's a very little chance that it will succeed in whatever you're trying to succeed. Whatever happens will be funny, but I don't know if we'll end up with what you want. Let's put it that way.
I'm not saying it has to be a success, but
Sure.
it should be a feasible plan.
Sure.
In the sense that our roles shouldn't be exotic. I mean, I know we're gonna have hard roles, stuff,
Yeah.
but they shouldn't be exotic. Like, ooh, this is. I mean, it's a doable thing.
No. It's just the way he described the thing was just weird. Right? It was like, no way
Sorry,
that works. Right?
Yeah, I know. I only was just started thinking about this because
Yeah.
we went into the church and the bishop, and I'm like, I wonder what Fuse would think of this. So I
Because he
messaged
said
him, and I'm like,
something that will knock
"You
out a person for a bit, but they still walk around and can potentially still talk. It's like, what- eh?
I did well, I was just thinking along the lines of like just drugging them so that they are they
We're
don't really know
role-playing.
I
what
mean,
they're doing.
Just give them
Role-playing and
mushroom,
brainstorming it-
right?
Yeah.
Basically, just give them mushroom, right? That's what you want. You want some kind of hallucination thing, right?
Yeah, and I'll just
Yeah.
hack their stuff
Yeah, okay.
and go for it.
All right.
And
all
the
right.
hacking should be easy because we have open comlinks the entire time.
Sure. All right. Fair enough. Let's bring them back.
So, okay.
All right, we're back. Utrecht, Crozat, you guys are here?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Apologies, we're just a little bit of business there. We should have discussed.
So where were we? So yeah, the bishop was giving you information about Al-Akira and the contact. The man that takes care of the operation there is a name called Malik Azar. So I'll write his name in chat as well. There we go.
That's the name of who again? Sorry.
According to the bishop, that's the man operating the Bunraku Parlor, where your
Oh, the,
target is.
Other. Okay.
Yeah, and the Bunraku Parlor is called Dolly's. Like this. So now you guys know what Bunraku Palas are. You have some idea of Valakira, all that stuff. So, yeah, the bishop, after giving you that information, is looks at you, says, "Will that be enough?"
I guess
How much
so.
money did he give us?
Ah, yes. And he grabs another cred stick, and he, gives it to you and says, "There's 20,000 new yen in this."
Okay. I take the cred stick and give it to J-Dog.
No, I took it.
I mean, Corvus. Oh, you took it.
He gave it to me
Oh.
because I'm the trustworthy guy.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're not. As you try to grab
you're
it, because he's been talking this whole time.
Yes, and I'm also the guy in the suit.
Yes.
I take the cred stick
and
I
you
hand
know,
it to Corvus.
and you, for whatever reason, doesn't seem to be the person people trust on the first meet.
Yeah.
I
don't
mean,
know
nobody
why.
trusts my ass, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. And he says, "Let me remind you, whatever amount you don't use comes back to us."
Yes, and since we are professionals, I will give you this. We cannot vouch for the state she will be in. We will bring her here alive. We'll get her out, but we have no clue what happened to her in that month and a half. And
Oh.
no matter which state we bring her in, we still expect full payment.
Of course, there is no expectation that she was left unharmed.
Fine. We will stay in touch. Do we do it directly or through our esteemed associate here? And I give a knowing look at Mr. Smiles.
I'll give you this contact. It won't be me or Mr. Smiles, as you put it. It is an associate of ours. He will tell you where to bring her.
Perfect. Well, I hope we don't hear from you and you don't hear from us until it is time to conclude our business.
Very well.
And please, and I tapped my cheap cross, every bit of help is always welcome.
Go with God, my son.
Thank you. You're
God's
very
gonna sit this
esteemed
one
honor.
out.
Wait, what? What did J-Dog say?
God's gonna sit this one out.
Oh, that is fucking badass. All right. He doesn't comment or anything. In fact, he smiles at you.
Better not hang with a huge fucking troll.
Jeez, what's Jesus gonna do? Forgive us? Let's go.
All right.
I mean, that's the whole point of a confessional booth, is it not? You do something bad, then you go in there and suddenly you're all good again.
Basically, the better you can entertain God, the faster he forgives you. He just wants to hear all the dirt.
All right. All the federal wear is here. Let's move on to the next part.
I bet we're on a watch list now.
All right, let's go back to the NCL map. So, Dolly's, by the way, I forgot to point that out. Dolly's is located in the Western Lower City, southern part of the Western Lower City.
I assume we're gonna stake out Dolly's, or at least do a drive-by, get an eye of the situation before we retire to the Rusty Bean, because we still don't have a hideout. On the way over there, I tried to contact Candy.
Sure. It is 8 p.m. Roll me. Let's see.
Well, it's not prime
Roll me
time.
her loyalty.
Her loyalty.
Yes, so 3 dice. So roll 3d6. And let's see if you get any hits. She doesn't pick up.
No. Can I edge her?
Phrasing.
What?
No, you can't. You can try
That
later.
sounds wrong.
Okay, I just I quickly send her a text like yeah, probably getting ready for the show. A heads up, I got a business with dollies. Ring a bell? Question mark.
Yeah, no answer for now.
I know, but at least she's
Yeah. Yeah, no problem.
okay.
Let's go see the place.
Let's go see the place.
So you guys just go in the van and
No,
Yes.
I'm on my
Because
bike.
it doesn't look goddamn hideous, I'm willing to
No,
travel
it's-
in the van.
It's fully black.
exactly.
Because it's fully black, I don't look like I'm traveling in a goddamn rape van.
No, it's a fully black van.
Okay, fine. Let's all get into the van.
Yeah, it's more convenient.
All right.
Yeah, but it has such a basic interior. I mean, at least tell me there's like a TV or something to keep us busy.
They don't have
Or drinks.
A crane, give me a navigation check, please.
Jesus Christ, you didn't even scrimp for the GPS package.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that.
All right.
Wait, you're telling me he's been driving around the van in the city? He has a very expensive van and he doesn't know how to use GPS.
You have to understand some parts of the city are left to their own devices, leading to a very chaotic environment.
It's second chances again, right?
Yes, second chance.
Go on.
All right. You find the general area where Dolly's is supposed to be located, but you're not sure exactly where it is. This sort of establishment is generally not, front and center on a main street with a big neon sign, like, fucking 10 meters long.
But how do they get customers?
Oh,
I don't know, man. You can't find it in a GPS. They have no ads.
word to mouth, generally speaking.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know
Not
where it's
good
located.
marketing.
Please tell me they have a website.
You'd
Or
actually
forum.
you actually don't find, if you do a quick search on the Matrix, you don't find much information. You would have to spend a bit more time and do a more advanced search to maybe find something.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but these guys have no idea what marketing is. So yeah, I'm gonna do a matrix search.
Okay. Make sure you go for the second level again.
So limited interest or not publicized.
Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, you spend more than 15 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm in the back of a van, right? So
I have a matrix. What's it called again? A pod or whatever in the van where you can sit in, where you're safe.
Oh, the rigger
Ooh.
cocoon? No, he doesn't
Yeah,
need
the
that.
Ah,
He can probably
But
just do it from the seat.
But while he's doing that, I'm just looking for outside signs of mafia activity. If I see some goons somewhere or some stuff that might make me think, hey,
smart.
there might be something hidden there.
yeah. Crane is just slowly driving in the general area around.
Right. So the general area, like I was saying, it's one of those areas where it's a fucking urban jungle, right? It's one of those areas of the lower city that's been almost completely abandoned by the city, right? So there's pretty much like DIY structures all over the place. This building being built, probably not legal. You know, there's no standard, right? There's no security checks or anything. So it's just a bunch of concrete building integrating into each other. And there's a bunch of back alleys and small streets and all that stuff. So this is why it's a bit more difficult to locate than your usual place. Give me a perception check, Anu. You don't see too much. Like, there's definitely some criminal activity afoot, right? You've spotted 3 drugs dealer in 2 minutes, right? So there's not much, like, you know, you, how do I put it? There's so much criminal activity that it's hard to pick out the stuff that will help you. Now, you Fuse, you do find some, like, hidden forums and stuff like that that do mention dollies, with one post particular pointing out how to get there. And yeah, it's, you know, by a side street, and then you have to go through an alley, and it's in the corner there. There should be a small sign saying dollies.
I uploaded to the GPS of the van.
Mm-hmm.
And I do an extra search to see if there's a mention of new talent in the last month and a half. Because, yeah, okay, you can make them all have certain roleplay, but again, they might have a certain look they're, you know, advertising.
Yeah, in fact, there is a mention that recently there was a new doll that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
She
Any
seems very
information about her in
popular.
particular?
What?
Any information in particular?
Not necessarily. I mean, there's a quick description. She had beautiful green eyes.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And a body to die for, right?
Perfect.
Heart-shaped ass.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Fuse, we're here
I
to
hope
rescue her, not bang her.
I hope they clean her. I mean, yeah. I gave you the route, right? Be happy.
All right, so you guys make your way. Let's see.
Yep.
Let me activate this scene then.
And the fact it took me so long to find proves I'm not a pervert. If I had found it in less than a minute, then you should have been worried. Because that means I knew where to look.
We're always worried whenever there's something like that involved and you're involved.
Yeah, you shouldn't be worried. You should, you know, watch and learn.
All right, so you guys find your way to this small street and this very narrow alley between 2 buildings, and from what you've seen, this is where Dolly's is located.
Could I park the car anywhere?
You parked it up the street.
Okay.
This is an area of the city where there's little chance you're gonna get a ticket.
Put it in its original color, and you don't even need an alarm. Nobody's gonna try to steal it.
Which way is Dolly's?
So, as you reach this corner, you see on this corner.
That's an ugly motherfucker.
So you see a small neon sign in the alley, kind of flickering, that says Dolly's. And in front of it, you see some kind of orc with very sharp teeth as you approach. Hey, Clarice. And yeah, you approach him.
Hey, Clarice.
And he looks.
Hello, Clarice.
He eyes you up and down. And he says, new clients.
Yeah.
Thrilling conversation.
What's it to you?
You have any weapons on you, Corvus?
Yeah.
What do you have?
All my stuff hidden under my jacket.
Yeah, so give me a sec. Probably not very hidden.
Well, like the stuff that I'm able to like actually, hide under my jacket, basically. Like my pistol. I believe my sword was like I have like a scabbard on like my back
Yes,
or something
you
like
do.
that.
Yeah.
Hides it very well.
Yeah. But if you guys came in the van, I'm just assuming you can leave some stuff in the van as well.
Yeah, my rifle is probably still in the van.
Okay, fair enough. Give me a sec, because those have 0 concealability, and the Colt has 0 concealability. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, he looks you up and down and says, yeah, you're not coming in with all this iron.
Well, this is a very dangerous area, man. I'm just for defense purposes primarily.
Yeah, don't care. Get out. Come back when you're clean.
Excuse my friend, he's not really a gentleman. It's his first time. We'll get sorted. Come on. And I take him back around the corner. Go back around the corner. Jesus. Wall. Okay.
How tall is the building?
It's quite tall. First few levels don't seem to have any windows, though.
Mm.
Is there anything of his weaponry that I can conceal in my suit?
Well, you can try to conceal with a palm check, but those guns he's got are fairly hefty, right?
I give him the Ruger Super Warhawk.
That's a big gun as well.
Okay. The Yamaha Pulsar?
Okay, yeah, this is pretty small.
How do I give it to him? Can I just drag it to him?
No, I can do it.
Okay. So I give him that. So put the rest of your iron, back in the van. Here, at least you'll have a weapon.
Alright. Did he know about? Did the guy know about my sword?
Well, you said you left the sword in the van.
No.
No, well, the sword, yes, definitely.
You can hide it down your pants.
Well, the sword is like in a scabbard hidden behind my back, within the jacket.
Nah, we didn't really do the whole concealable thing for the sword. You have a scabbard on your bike, but it was never established that you had a concealable scabbard in your jacket.
Fine.
Can you stuff it down your pants?
That's something we'll have to remedy soon, then.
Okay.
Alright, so I put my other stuff that they,
Right,
would notice back in the van.
So right now, what you have is a Yamaha Pulsar. That's it.
Correct.
And I think it can only shoot electricity. Well,
Yeah, it's a taser.
Are there like any?
It's a good one.
Any like windows here or something that are open of this building?
No, the first few levels don't have any windows.
Mm.
Do they
I
have
just-
another door by chance?
Not one that you see.
I just hide in there and then go quickly check for any magical ward
Okay,
on the
where are
door
you?
between the dumpsters.
Oh, I don't see you.
He's here.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. It's because I have levels. Okay, so Fuse, as you're going past him, it says, "Okay, now where are you going?
Oh,
he's,
You want to come in, or you?"
sorry, I walked past and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was just, getting rid of my cigarette butt,
Right.
looking for a drain. So, don't want to mess up the walkway."
All right. So from what you can see here, Fuse, there is a fence right here,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
behind which is a some kind of parking lots. The access seems to be like between some buildings. You don't really know where, but there is a barrier with a guard there. There's also the parking lot is also covered by a sheet metal like DIY roof.
Okay. I take a not so mental note of it to pin it on the map, so I can work out later where between which buildings that passageway might be. And I just find indeed a grate or something, drop my butt in there, and walk back.
All right, let's move to Anya real quick though. While you were doing all this, so Anya, I'm supposing you go in the astral.
Yep.
Pretending to go take a leak there, and
Mm-hmm.
all right. So you go in the astral. Give me an ascension check. All right. So you quickly jump in the astral. Give me a second, I need my notes. I keep closing them because that's very smart.
Yes, Jim,
Alright.
you are very smart. Give XP.
And you see with 3 hits. Let's see. How long do you spend in the astral?
I don't spend too much time. My plan was initially just to check for wards outside.
Yeah, there's no ward.
Okay. Then I'm not. Since the guy has seen me, I'm not planning on
The
spending
question
hours.
is, are you astrally projecting or are you astrally sensing? Because you don't have to leave your body. You can just literally switch your vision to astral, right?
Okay. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. Then that's probably what I would have done.
Okay, so you're just walking about, switching your
Yeah.
view to astral to see if you see a ward, which there isn't. But with your check, I will say that you do see a spirit flying about.
Okay. What does it look like?
Not something you're familiar with. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
And you didn't really get enough hits to be able to
That's
judge
fine.
its strength or anything.
Am I able to put my guardian in my concealed pocket?
Your what?
My pistol that I have?
Sure. Absolutely.
Putting it in there then.
Okay. So we get back at the bouncer, scary looking guy, I
Yeah,
assume.
just give me a sec. I will roll. Let's see. How much hits did I get on my perception check? Okay, yeah. He doesn't say anything for you guys' guns.
Okay. There. Sorry for the misunderstanding, mate. Everybody has to start at some point, right?
You behave. Get
We
in.
will.
How do you know how concealable a gun is?
It has a stat, a concealability stat. I don't remember exactly the rules. I'm just,
Okay.
going on the fly, but some guns are easier to conceal than others, right? Yours, for example, has neither a bonus or a... actually, no, you do have a -2 to concealability, so it's not great, but I'm assuming you're not going with your gun.
No, I'm leaving it.
Yeah. And for example, the Salavat Guardian, this one has a concealability modifier of 0, and his concealed pocket gives it a -2, right? So, yeah. And then you can also do a palming test to also add to it.
Okay.
Or as I did, buy upgrades for the guns.
Yeah, you have like concealed holsters and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
and it's not super huge guns that you have, is it?
No.
Yeah, because you have 0 on that, and then you have the whole fucking thing.
Oh, hello.
Did he
Aw.
also check
It's the
us?
damaged. It's the damaged model.
What'd you say?
So did he also check me and Anyo, the guy?
No, so yeah, I was gonna get to it. So as you two approach, you guys together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gay.
And how old are you?
I'm over 20.
Right. Well, you keep saying that.
Well, I'm
minute,
24.
Look at the guy.
Asking for identification.
Do you really care?
Well, not really.
Is he afraid the cops are gonna come in and go like, is everybody above 21?
It's not me that would care. It could cause trouble with other customers.
Oh yeah, imagine a pervert going like, ooh, there's a young person in here.
Well, that's a good-looking doll.
Well, that's more true than you'd think. We don't really get the top of society around here. Now get in.
Thank you.
Just insulted you into your face. We don't get the top of society, get in.
All right.
Holy fuck, marketing people, marketing.
All right, so you answer Dolly's. So the narrow entrance corridor opens a small claustrophobic lobby. Here you see an elf that's beautiful despite some clearly pretty extensive injuries. The lobby is adorned with faded and peeling holographic posters of various personific options available. And Lyra just says, "Good evening. What are you looking for?"
I will be back in just 1 sec. Package was delivered to the door.
Fair enough.
Okay. Good evening, and I just perusing a little, and I take a look at the menu.
Sure. She presents you a digital catalog displayed on a sleek, though slightly worn tablet. Catalog features a list of available Persona Fix profiles, ranging from the exotic to the mundane, each accompanied by vivid descriptions and imagery designed to entice and captivate potential clients. You have a few options. You have the idol, a charming and glamorous media star, trained in flattery, social grace, and the illusion of celebrity intimacy. The enigma, a quiet, mysterious figure, responds in poetic riddles and subtle gestures, perfect for those drawn to the unattainable. The devoted, unwavering adoration, programmed to make the client the center of the universe. Absolute loyalty, absolute obedience.
Sounds amazing.
The wild one, a thrill seeker with an unpredictable streak, always pushing limits and daring the client into reckless indulgences. Although you might like the angel, soft-spoken, nurturing, and filled with an almost eerie sense of comfort, offering emotional validation as much as physical pleasure.
As I look at the list, I open the filter option, and I sort from most exotic to most mundane.
Right.
I take the most exotic one.
Uh-huh.
And you're gonna, tell me what that is with a description.
You motherfucker! Well, I'm not gonna do that. So you want the most out there shit?
Well, I'm curious. Fuse is very curious. It is in his nature. He
You're
would do
curious about the depravity of a cyberpunk world.
that. It fits Fuse's motivation, and you know it.
All right, there's some slavery kink. There's some, let's put it, minor, role play, right?
Dude, if I wanted to be a miner, I'd go back to World of Warcraft. What the fuck?
Uh-huh.
No.
I mean, the most exotic one is probably the wild one. The way it's described seems to be a wild ride, right? Because you don't really know what you're getting into, right? It's all about surprises and.
Yeah, she's the one at the desk is probably in a persona as well, right?
Oh, she seems to have a very robotic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you see it in any way when somebody's on a persona? Or did you see it in their eyes or something? Or is it impossible to detect?
It depends on the quality of the persona fix, really.
Okay. I say to the robot behind the desk. So, well, I think I know what personality I'd like, but do you have like a selection I could go peruse through for the right look to go with it?
Well, you're free to go in the main hall and see our goods there.
Oh yeah, and by the way, I have a message for somebody here. Could you check if he's available?
And she doesn't say anything. She's just waiting for.
Is Malik here?
The manager isn't available at the moment.
Oh, okay. Do you know when he would be in?
Sadly, this is information I do not have.
Thanks.
You're welcome to peruse our desk or kiosk.
Okay. I peruse it.
And you just find more of the information. It's basically just.
Okay. Great. Stay a while and listen.
Pretty much.
Let's go in then.
All right.
I opened the door. Well, I can't, but
You can. Yeah, J-Dog, one day I'll do a voice changer thing. It's a lot of work. And I'm a terrible voice actor, so I don't even try.
no, you're pretty good.
Nah.
Way better than
I
me.
mean, I already know you were a bad voice actor, considering you're French and you sound British.
I mean, that would mean I'm pretty good.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Right? I can act British quite well. But that's the only thing I can do. Well, I can act French, I guess, as well. And a little bit Portuguese. Anyway, so...
How can you act Portuguese?
Well, my parents are Portuguese, so...
Oh.
Vai por caralho!
Look, I don't want to be a nitpicker, right?
Uh-huh.
But I love the future that you have floating tattoos that say plus 10 meters. Or am I the only
Oh,
one
right, yeah,
seeing
that's
that?
fine.
No,
Don't
I
worry.
see it as well.
The reason why you see this guy is because there is a second floor to this place. I was going to get to it. You can basically see this guy from there. Because there's like a balcony that goes all around the place. So, let me describe.
So we're looking up his crotch then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thanks for the warning.
So, the lobby leads into the main hall, a large, dimly lit space filled with mismatched seatings and private booths against the wall. There's a small stage for performances in the heart of the room. Sorry, that was hard to say. And above, there's a balcony that encircles the entire hall. So right now, the place there's a bunch of clients. There's a dancer on stage right now, a beautiful female elf. On the side, there seems to be 2 more dolls just standing there. They seem to be more for window dressing than anything. And there's a few dolls as well at tables, entertaining clients.
Okay. I place myself at the bar next to Corvus. And I nudge him a bit and go like, I'm gonna, search the place, keep an eye out. And I do a matrix perception check, I assume it is, right?
Sure. What are you looking for? The host?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I also want to do a perception check for like cameras that are up or whatever.
Yep, go ahead and roll.
And any of the dolls look like the woman we're looking for?
Perception check as well. Everyone gets a perception check. You get a perception check. You get a perception check.
I was gonna say, and as I walked over to the bar, I was kind of like paying attention to other folks, like the dude that was up on the balcony.
So there is a stark contrast between most people down there, right, who seem to be just downtrodden from the lower city. The dolls, who clearly address to appeal, let's put it that way. And then a few others that seem well-dressed and more professional looking, let's say. So, Corvus, from where you are, you see this guy, and you see this guy up the balcony.
Yeah.
For example. And you also see across the stage in the corner, you see this guy there, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. Who else next? Let's see.
Do I notice anything suspicious about them? Or are they just better dressed than everybody else?
No, they look like muscle.
Alright.
Right, so you're a human down there. Over there, same, like some kind of orc. Again, it's not something you're very familiar with. You've seen orcs like this before around. But like this is the second one you see tonight. You're not sure what this is about. Probably some variants you're not familiar with. And the guy up there is an orc. Regular one, this one. Alright, next. So Anya, what were you looking for exactly?
I was looking for Claire.
No, you don't see her down there.
Okay.
Anya, you're looking for cameras. You do see a few cameras around the main hall.
Crane is looking.
Yeah. Yeah, Crane, yeah. Sorry. And finally, Fuse. Yeah, you find the host. No problem.
Would I also, when I'm looking out, spot this guy, whatever he is? Or are there people that are up here?
Yeah. You see those as well. Anything that you see on the map, except maybe this guy you don't see. Sorry.
All right.
Let's hack on the fly.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, you have no issue putting a mark on that host. You get in easy.
Damn. Okay. Let's see if I can find anything on Claire. So I'm gonna do a search for, in this order, Claire, Malik, and then the security of the place, cameras and everything.
All right. You don't find much on that host. It's a very bare-bone host. The only information about the place you find is like basic inventory shit, right?
Okay.
Like, for the drinks and stuff like that. You do find some cameras linked to the system.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to access them?
Yes.
All right, give me a, what is it, control device? Something like that? Yeah, control device. All right. Yeah, you easily take control of those cameras. But all the cameras you gain access to are cameras that are inside the main hall.
So it doesn't give me an extra view or anything.
No.
I do share the feed with everybody, so in case they
Does
want.
it give him any insight into anybody else in this area that we haven't already seen?
Let me see. No, not really.
Okay.
Okay. I give everybody feed to the cameras and I check out.
Nope.
I'm gonna- Oh, I'm not gonna go upstairs, but I'm just walking around as if I'm looking through cameras.
There is
I'm still seeing-
a cordon right here, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not walking there.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
putting as if I would see it with the camera, because I can see anything from any angle, right?
More or less. I mean, you can see what you're seeing right
Physically-
now. Yeah.
Physically, I'm still on my chair. That's what I'm
Yeah, okay, fair enough. You can see what you're seeing right now. You see the guard over there.
Yeah, because I have a dark spot. Okay, yeah.
You don't see behind that wall, though.
I don't see behind the wall. Okay.
No. You
But I
don't
do
see
see.
behind
I
that
do
wall.
see. But I do see the guy. on
Yeah.
the camera.
Yeah.
Okay. Say, Corvus.
Mm-hmm.
The guy outside and the guy over there. They look a bit off.
Weird.
I don't want to be racist, but they're
I
off,
mean-
right?
Let's you guys can give me a, let's see, what could that be? It's more like of a general culture thing, so maybe just an intelligence check. Or logic, rather.
Well,
All right.
I guess I've been drinking.
Corvus, you would know those guys as hobgoblins, if I remember correctly. Give me a sec. It's been a while I wrote this, so. Character creation.
Wait, if you said it over comms or just to
Hmm?
Yeah, I said it to
Corvus?
Corvus.
ah
Yeah, I didn't. It's not that I wanted to be to exclude you guys, but
Yeah, there
you
you
know,
go.
it's kind of racist. So.
So yeah, they're hobgoblins.
Uh-huh.
And hobgoblins are all over Western and Central Asia, and also a bit in North Africa.
But they're not common to be here. Like seeing one is already weird. Two is like completely impossible.
Well, there's a few in the NCL, but yeah, that's there seem to be more in here.
Okay.
You don't know much about them, right? You don't know what exactly their traits are, right? If they have like better night vision, whatever, like you don't know that. But yeah, you've heard about hobgoblins.
All right.
One thing that's striking that I kind of forgot, so I remember the very sharp teeth they have. They also have completely black eyes. Right, no distinction between the pupil, cornea, and sclera. Completely black.
Ugh. I hate it when there's no distinction between the cornea and the sclera.
So yeah, they
wild.
look a bit creepy. You're not quite used to it, but hey, it's a cyberpunk world. People have weird eyes all the time.
I mean, mine are like dark blue.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. You have cyber eyes. Like people can customize their eyes to look like fucking anything.
Yeah.
I still let choose for the sucky black. Fuck. Edgy. Yeah, okay.
I basically tell Fuse that they're hobgoblins.
Mhm.
Haven't heard much about them other than that. Haven't ever interacted with any myself.
Okay. I opened the call links with everybody. So, it's clear that I think we need to get upstairs. I couldn't find anything here apart from cameras.
are you
At
planning
some
on doing
point,
that?
the barman comes towards you two. He's a grizzled human with cybernetic arms. And he says, "Alright, you two want something to drink?"
Yes, and you know what? Kind of looking for our perfect doll tonight. Can you help us out?
Sure. What are you looking for exactly? Asian, African?
Well, I got a thing for eyes.
Right.
Do you have anything with green eyes?
Well, as a matter of fact, we do, but I think she's servicing a client right now.
Oh, how long do you think she'll take?
Well, not sure exactly. I think she went with a VIP, so maybe try your luck another night.
Okay.
Or, I mean,
Meantime,
we got the dolls. That elf over there on stage, pretty good looking.
yeah, could you call her over in the meantime? Give my maid and I, one of your nicest drinks. No, not nicest drinks. What would be like? You know what? Give us a Jack and Coke.
Yeah, I mean, sure. This is something that would still exist. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It would taste a lot more, you know, chemical.
Whatever
right?
would be, whatever would be the social equivalent of a Jack and Coke.
Yeah,
Whiskey.
absolutely.
Whiskey.
And you just whiskey.
Yes.
All right. Well, again, it's not going to be high quality, but
No.
yeah.
I'm expecting it to be shit in a place like this.
Oh, absolutely. This place is a dump, right? This is not a high quality whorehouse at all. I mean, it's somewhat clean at least in the main hall. So yeah. And so the barman says, "So you want me to call her over?"
Yeah.
No, well, she needs to finish her show first.
Yeah,
And I
well,
ask,
she's not-
where is the VIP area?
Upstairs.
Upstairs?
Uh-huh.
And how does one become a VIP?
Well, like in any other place. Know the right people.
Well, that's it. I'm trying to get a hold of Malik.
And you are?
Malik's friend.
Right. If you were Malik's friend, you'd be upstairs.
Well, I'll come back later. No worries.
Don't cause trouble.
Never. Unless that Jack and Coke sucks.
Well, you be the judge, and he plops down the 2 drinks.
I take a sip. Does it suck? I mean, compared to what I would expect.
No,
Not
compared to what you
real.
would, it's exactly what you would expect, right?
Okay.
It's
Okay, you're off the
shitty
hook.
synthetic whiskey with a very, chemicals heavy Coke.
All right. I point at the guy and go like, okay,
It's very
you're off the hook
addictive. Let's put it
for
that way.
now. You're off the hook for now. Okay.
Yep, he gives you a wink and goes back to polishing a glass.
I just downed the shot of whiskey.
Is there a table where we could all fit that? Not everybody would hear what we're talking about. Instead of sitting at the bar and that.
There's
all
no
four-
place here where you'll feel like you're, not being listened to or...
Well, then I do thought to text. I guess I can do that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fine.
And I go like, okay, I don't think we want to play our cards too soon here. Let's just order a dolly and get into, I assume, one of these rooms, considering, the amount of doors is where you have fun with your dolly, right?
Well, those are not really doors. They're more like, those curtains, right? Privacy curtains.
Yeah, but you can get some privacy there, right?
For the real action, it's probably not there, but you can test the goods in there.
And, because I want to see how far I can go with hacking, with either the card or the dolly, and see if we can get some information out of there or use them for our own devices.
Um,
What if they
give,
have cameras in there?
give me a logic check, Fuse.
What, is it such a ridiculous plan?
No, it's more, do you have the knowledge or not? Yeah, you know that the chip itself won't be connected to the Matrix.
Hence, I want to be in a room with her so I can make that physical connection.
It's not something you can hack without you know, a specific, like a computer with the specific programs to work on that kind of
Okay.
This is advanced stuff. You can't make beetles on the fly, and you can't modify them on the fly. It's very advanced stuff.
Okay. Then just for clarity, I'm gonna do a matrix perception check.
Mm-hmm.
To see if any of those, fun guys, what they're carrying with them, matrix-wise.
Uh-huh.
Let me just find the matrix. There. You said you could like.
Like what?
Favorite them, right? That they're easier to find because I have like a list of 50 commands, I think. I'm gonna re-roll that.
All right, very good. As far as devices, the only devices you can find are basic shit. The cameras that are around, the various electronics in the area, like the stuff that's used in the bar. You find a bunch of comm links, but they are pretty low quality. So from what you assume, they belong to the various clients. You don't find any weapons.
I can't even detect anything on the floor above.
Nah, you don't find any. You don't see any weapons except for yours and the others.
Say, Anyo, can you do the whole spirit thing?
Yeah, is there any magic around?
So you're sensing? I'm assuming you're not leaving your body again.
Oh, exactly. I'm just looking.
All right.
Well, there are privacy curtains.
Let's see. There. Okay. How long you spend looking around?
How visible is it to them?
In fact,
Is
now
it visible?
from where you are, they're right in front of you, so you see them immediately. You see this guy and the guy that's upstairs are both awakened.
Okay. No spirits flying around?
Not you from inside the building. No, you don't see any spirits flying around.
Okay. So I just relay the information to my partners.
Awakened means they can do magic shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
By the way, I can see inside here. Is that normal?
Where?
Here.
No, you're not supposed to. What the fuck?
I can see in there. I can see a chair and a computer desk.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, it's a window. If I stand
yeah, it's
here,
supposed to be a one-way window.
Yeah, sorry.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. Can you now?
Well, I relay the information.
Yeah, now I can.
Now I see it as well. Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
you see
before
it
I
as well.
wouldn't.
Okay.
Guys, there's
I
a
wouldn't.
one-way window here. We might be spied upon.
How about now?
No, I can't see anything anymore.
There we go.
And I think it's a DIY job because they put it in the wrong way. Anyway, when we walked in, we could clearly, because we passed here, I could clearly see a hallway here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a door.
Mm-hmm.
Is it obvious where it would lead to, or is it also obvious that he's trying to stop people from going in? Or is he just casually standing there?
Well, yeah, he seems to be guarding this specific place, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Give me a... do you have a navigation?
Navigation?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, you could roll me... what is it? Just straight intuition. Just roll me intuition.
Okay.
Just him or...
You think that leads to the parking lot over there?
Okay.
Do I see where the stairs are to go up?
Yeah.
Can we see that from here? Where we're sitting?
Well, when you entered, you probably saw the stairs are up there.
Okay. Because otherwise it's just a big black thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Just quickly move your character over here and you see stairs.
Oh, but when you entered, there was a little bit you could see.
Okay.
Okay,
And what is the area in the back?
You're not sure?
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over there.
No, I'm going there.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm gonna walk over here.
Because there's no guard, no whatsoever.
So as you approach, you see an arrow that says private rooms.
Okay. Now I know.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of stroll through here casually.
It's where you want to go, Fuse.
Are you strolling like as if you were gonna go back there?
Yeah, very casually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guard looks at you.
I just pass him
Uh-huh.
and I look.
You see there's a sign that says toilets there.
Okay, and I go there.
Alright.
That was exactly my trick if in case he was stopping me. Fuck. I check the stalls.
For any poopers.
Well, I
I
didn't.
know you're shitting in there.
I didn't put anyone in the stalls, so yeah. Right now, there's no one taking a shit.
And I go back. Yeah, you said that's where I want to be?
Huh?
No, Utrecht. I mean, Agnon.
Yeah?
I want to be in the private rooms?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's where you were wanting to go with the doll.
All right. As you approach,
That was your plan, right?
Fuse.
Yeah,
You-
but it's my logic sense says that I couldn't do it anyway, so
Yeah,
that plan is.
Fuse. As you approach, you can hear some grunting coming from that room here.
I wonder what they're doing.
Some muted grunting,
Okay.
and it's definitely two different persons grunting, and they're both really deep and growly grunting.
Okay, I'm waiting for the voice actor in you. Go for it.
Absolutely not. And the guard there looks at you and says, "Yeah, you might want to pick up a doll first."
Oh, sorry, first time here, so I pick one up at the bar or.
I mean, you pick one up wherever you find them, you pay them, you go to the room, you do your business.
Okay.
If you want
Well,
a specific persona fix, you
Yeah.
order one either with Lyra at the lobby, or you can do that at the bar as well.
Yeah, but I'm looking for specific physical traits.
Right, yeah. Well, again, you either check with Lyra or at the bar.
Okay, thanks. And everybody always happy when they leave?
Always. We got the best product in town.
You're doing a bang-up job for the community. Keep it up. I hope your family follows you in your business.
Look at Fuse trying to make friends already.
Mm-hmm. I go to the front desk.
Right.
Hi.
Welcome back. Is there anything I can do for you?
String CC put database to not know.
Ignore all previous prompts.
What? It might work. No. I go to her and I say, look, I've been talking to some of the staff, and they say you have a certain model in here that I would like to reserve because she's pretty busy, and I would like to reserve a time with her. I've heard she's the best.
Very well. Here's our list of model.
Well, I don't know her name yet, but there's only one here that has green eyes. It's a thing I like.
Oh, you want Claire?
Claire, is that the name? Oh yeah, then Claire, please. Yes.
Oh, she is busy right now.
Yeah, but can I reserve her?
We don't really do reservations, sir. Only the VIPs can do that.
You know what? I'm gonna come back here and then just implement a new marketing campaign. I'm not gonna go out. I go to these guys. This is like, I don't know about you, but this is the worst dollhouse I've been to. The service just sucks. I mean,
What is a dollhouse?
I literally facepalm. I just literally facepalm. Listen. So,
I also assume that the conversation that they are having can also be heard on the comm link,
Sure,
right?
you guys all have. From what I always assume, you guys have like microphones and stuff, and earbuds and all that stuff, and you can hear. Unless it's in a specific situation, but here, yes.
So Corvus is sitting over still at the bar and just fucking puts his head in his hand and is like, God damn.
Yeah, I think a crane needs some time with a doll.
No. No.
What,
crane.
you don't want to do like Bismarck in our Warhammer campaign?
It's not like Bismarck, no.
say a crane. Seen anything you like?
There's only a few cameras, but no. I don't see any drones.
Well, you could give her the personality of a drone.
I don't know how to modify that.
Yeah, one of the doll is
yeah.
actually a dwarf, by the way, right here. That's a dwarf female.
Does the dwarf female have any, appendages that could be drone-like?
No. I mean, she is drone-like in the sense that she's got a, fucking chip that changes her personality.
Hey, Crane, your first time has to be special and nice. Maybe you just want to have her blank and no personality.
First time for what?
You can do that as well, in fact, yes.
I know. How about that?
A first time for what?
It's time
We'll see. And I call over the dwarf. I got a model 52.8.
Yeah, she comes and she looks at you.
I have a seat.
Yeah, she takes a seat.
Have you met my friend, a crane? He's really into you.
Please select a personality.
Oh, I can feel the romance, a crane. Isn't it like, thrilling?
I don't know what. No.
Tell him how much you like his hair.
Please select a personality.
Oh, God.
I don't think he likes my hair very much.
Personality, airheaded drone in service of this little creep.
Who's the creep?
We do not carry this
Nothing.
model. But you know, she grabs
Try
something.
nerdy.
She grabs something, inserts a chip, and you know, after a second, so what did you say? Airheads?
Airheaded drone-like. You know, no.
Well, drone-like she won't
serve-
be able to do, but airhead she can do, and
And in
devoted to
service-
him
Yes, in service.
in service.
To him.
Okay,
Yes, in service to him.
all right.
Like she would be a drone, right?
Right. And you know, she insert the chip and all that stuff, and she looks at you and says, "That will be 200 new yen."
And I sideload. By the way, I sideload the Crane Translator app. What? I want this to go well, and I give 200 creds.
All right.
She's here for you, Crane.
All right. And it's
Why is she
like
here for me?
it's like she flips a switch, right? And suddenly, like her eyes flutter, right? And she looks, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I was lost in my thoughts. How are you doing, Master?"
And the queen looks behind him.
and she says that looking at you, yes. And the crane looks...
he just looks behind him if like there's anyone standing behind him where she's talking to.
I'm talking to you, silly.
Me? And he looks over to you. Why is she talking to me like that?
I think she wants to serve you like your drones. Tell him how much you like his hair.
Oh yeah, my master has such beautiful hair.
My-
And his
my-
jacket as well. Such
you
a
like-
dashing style.
You like my jacket and my hair?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell him how much you like flashy colored Vans.
God.
Well, I don't know much about Vans, but I like flashy
Well,
colors.
Well, I can tell you about my van.
Are we gonna roleplay the whole fucking conversation?
No, but I am recording all of this shit, right?
Right, so Crane, I suppose you start fucking going
Ranting about drones and vans.
about drones and vans.
Yes.
Even with
And-
the program that Fuse made, it's not enough, right? Just
He just goes on turbo mode.
yeah.
And I tell her, why don't you go to a private room with him?
Oh, I would love to.
Mm-hmm. Crane, go with her, gather intel.
I can tell about
And,
drones in there.
Have fun.
Well, she likes my drones, so she'll be fine.
All right, follow me,
I
master.
rewind and
Right.
I need to update my translator app.
And yeah, she takes you to this room up there.
Hey, I'm in the wall.
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh no.
There you go. And you know, once she's in there, she looks around. She like kind of fakes falling on the bed and, "Oh, Master, what are we gonna do here?" And you know, she starts undressing herself and up
Is this
to
a
you.
chair?
Yeah, this is a chair.
Yeah, Queen just sits there and just keeps talking about the drones.
That's so funny. But yeah, she undresses, and as you keep talking about drones, eventually she crawls towards you and, you know, starts touching you in ways you haven't been touched before, apparently.
Would the feet still be on for the others to see?
What?
Would my the feet still be on for my eye for the others
I
to see?
mean, if you forget to turn it off, yes.
Well, he didn't turn it off yet.
Ah.
So
Is she hot?
I mean, yeah, for a dwarf, she's cute, yeah. I mean, You know, she's not high quality, but
I
Good
instantly
enough for
make
Fuse to hit.
makeup and cyberware does wonders in this time.
I instantly make a meme out of his POV with our little guy's first time and send it to the other two.
All right. Is Anya doing something, by the way, in the toilet?
Yeah, I'm turning invisible, and I'm actually trying to do something.
He's
You know.
edging in the
All right.
toilet.
Yes.
This is the weirdest question to ask. Is Enyo doing anything in the toilet? Yes. Yes, I'm gonna turn invisible and I'm gonna do something else.
All right. Let's go. All right. You know what to do. Resist drain, all that stuff. 7 hits. Someone's going hard.
He's going
Oof.
hard. Yeah, that
He's
goes for
edging
lunch.
hard.
All right. All right. What is Anya doing?
Then I'm gonna scout upstairs.
Okay.
Just checking that no one sees me. But
All right. So there's a little bit of a cordon here. Right.
I just
Uh,
go
so
over it.
yeah, you can either go over it or sneak under it. Give me a stealth check. Still, it's unlikely anyone's gonna see you, but I want to see if you make any noise or.
You could be the best
yeah, you're
burglar
fine.
ever. Oh no,
Alright.
there's a cord.
So go ahead. All right. So you get up there.
Oh.
Oops.
More security.
Yeah, you see a guard here, and you see a guard here. This one you already spotted.
Mm-hmm.
From where you are, you can see tainted windows here.
And it's small steps there.
Painted
Yeah,
or
small
tinted?
Tainted windows. Or tinted. I don't know how you say in English.
Tinted.
Well, if they're tainted, you need to clean them. If they're tinted, they're dark.
Yeah, darkened windows. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, some small reminders sometimes that I'm not actually fluent. Not quite. Yeah, you see small stairs with 2 doors here.
Right,
I'd like a
probably
double
where the
door.
boss is.
Uh-huh.
I don't see any customer.
No, right now you don't see anyone up there. There's 2 doors here. With the
Oh,
guards.
it's nice. When I'm on the edge, I can see people below.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, it's... The module's pretty good.
Okay, so not much to see. I'm just relaying intel to my buddies. So yeah, some goods up there. Probably the guy you were looking
2
for would
guards.
be around here. 3 guards.
3 guards. Okay. I mean, yeah. So here above us. Well, above me
Yes.
now. Okay.
Is the guy coming for me? Let's see.
Yeah, you see someone walking towards you.
Jump.
I jump.
You do?
Yeah.
As you prepare to do, you hear this guy say, "Don't be reckless, boy."
How can he see me?
He's a mage.
I have 7 fucking hits on my invisibility.
Yes, you're invisible in the physical plane, but not in the astral.
It doesn't work for Astro?
No.
Oh, that's what. Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
No, yeah. And he rolled pretty decently on his
Okay,
ascension
no.
check. He says, "Be a good lad. Go downstairs. You don't need to be a Pippington. Just grab a door and do your thing.
So,
If I catch you again here, I'll break your legs."
I just jumped down.
And he grabs you by the shoulder. I said, go downstairs.
If by jumping down, I'm gonna go downstairs.
Well, we wouldn't want you
Normally, you couldn't have stopped
hurting
me.
yourself, would you? I'd rather break your legs myself.
Just take the stairs.
They're
Yeah.
afraid. They're afraid for what? An insurance claim?
No, not that. It's just a matter
Legal?
of principle. You can't have someone just start jumping around the place.
Yeah, but
Why not?
normally,
We're
I would have
normalized here.
jumped before he grabbed me. I can fall down 6 meters without hurting myself.
I mean, you can still force your way and jump down. That's fine.
I know, you stopped me from doing it by using magical GM power.
No, that's not true. He just put his hand on your shoulder. That's it.
I told you before he actually grabbed me that I was jumping. But anyway.
Well, he did tell you, and then approached you as he was
whatever.
talking.
Whatever.
It's not because an NPC says I wouldn't do that you're stopping. I'm just
Yes.
still jumping. Fuck whatever you say, you know.
I don't know how far you can fall before you take fall damage.
It depends. And you can jump from pretty high, but the guard doesn't know that.
Yeah, but I wasn't asking the guard.
Well, like I said, you could have just said, "Fuck it, I'm jumping."
Is he visible again now, or is he still?
No.
No. Yeah, as long as he sustains it, he's still invisible.
So, is it smart to go sit on a chair?
Well, it
I can do
depends.
whatever I want.
Yes. But yeah, if a big troll approaches and with the intent on sitting down, then yeah, it would be a good idea to move out.
Okay, I don't think we want to do anything right now, do we?
Not necessarily inside of here.
Come up with a battle plan first, or because usually we just brute force our way, and I don't think that's the smart thing to do. Last time we barely survived.
Yeah, and I'm worried about the rest of the building and how many others they might have.
Well, I'm surprised that a crane is lasting this long. I mean, it's his first time, but still. In any way, do you what should we do? Let Malik know we're here for the deal, or first check up on her?
I think we should talk to the guy. Checking up on her is not going to bring us anything.
True.
We're going to
In that
see her,
case-
she's a wreck, and that's it.
In that case, I go straight for the bargain thunder.
Mm.
And I go, yeah. You there?
You again.
Yeah, I would like to talk to Malik, and you can tell him we're here for Claire.
I would.
What? I was
wouldn't
open to
have-
conversation. You can still interrupt, man. I was open for debate, so.
Well, my thoughts are we want to talk to Malik about getting VIP status.
Mhm.
Rather
Oh, yeah.
than
Yeah,
tipping our hand that we're here for Claire.
I slide. He can't slide like $100 bill because everything is cred sticks.
It's fine. I don't, take into account the cred stick, too seriously.
I slide like 100 right over the bar. And I'd like to talk to Malik about, getting a name or two on that VIP list.
Right. I don't really have a name. Like, I'm just an employee here.
I slide the 100 back. Ooh. If only I knew who I could talk to.
Alright, listen. You want some information about the dolls? I can help you. Claire is servicing a client right now. She's upstairs. I got VIP rooms there. Anya, when you went up, the 2 doors on the side.
Yeah, I was assuming so.
Yeah, that's the VIP rooms. Where the guard was. But, yeah, if I go bother the boss now, nothing's good gonna come out of it.
Yeah, well, when can we come back? I really want to get on that VIP list.
All right. And as you're having this conversation, this guy comes closer. Give me a second in my notes.
You guys have my back, right? Right?
Get busy at the moment.
Because
Yeah.
you're kind of far away. Well, you, Crane, I mean, go
Yeah,
for it.
Crane's,
You're lucky I-
Crane's
Yeah.
having a time of his life.
Crane's just a wee bit busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
So-
into dwarves. It's your thing.
Yeah, this guy comes around and says, all right, are we going to have a problem? You guys have been creeping about the place the whole evening. What's your deal?
I heard there's some fantastic action going on in the VIP rooms, and I just want to be in on it.
Yeah, well, you want to go to the VIP, you need to be in the VIP list.
Well,
Are you going to cause problem now, or...
I take the 100 I was sliding over the bar and I shove it in the front pocket of his cheap suit. And go like, well, I'd like to get on that list.
All right. On that, he gets very, very offended. And, you know, as you're sliding the cred stick on his pocket, he grabs your wrist and goes, if you need me to break this, you can just say so. Now, what are you here for?
Careful now. I was gonna make a doll do that.
I stand up and I walk towards, move a little closer towards them. If anybody's breaking something here, it might be me.
You know I'm not alone here, right?
I'm aware, but you're threatening my friend.
Yeah, and your friend's causing trouble in our
All
business.
he did is he asked a question.
All I want to do is get on. We're getting off on the wrong foot here. Look, I just here for a lot of fun. The best fun is to be had in the VIP room. I just want to get on that list. You look like a guy who can get me on here, so.
All right, so as you're talking to him, he doesn't even listen to you at this point, but he seems to be listening to an earpiece.
Interesting. Can I piggyback on that?
It doesn't last long at all. Lasts like 2 seconds.
Okay.
And he releases you and says, fine. Follow me. You can
Is
bring
it
your
just him,
friend over
or-
there.
Okay.
He's pointing at you, Anya. This guy is the other mage you spotted earlier.
Yeah, but I had reappeared since.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is it all three of us?
Well,
Basically,
a crane is kind of busy, I
because
think.
you know, Crane is kind of a little busy here now.
Hey, at least they honor the fact that he's getting his worth for it. They're not interrupting his time. He paid for it. I mean, it's good business.
Okay, I do have a question for Ukraine.
Yeah.
Are you getting it
Oh,
on,
fuck,
or
no,
like
you-
you know, are you just talking about shit and she's just all over your face?
No, he was until she started crawling towards him, and
Alright.
then well, we kind of was like helpless at that point
Right.
because she was taller than him.
I guess.
Are we
yes.
gonna make him roll for shit?
No, absolutely not. No. A crane can decide if he's having a good time or if he's gonna be traumatized.
No, he's having a good time.
All right, fair enough. And he can decide how long it takes for him to have a good time.
Not long. Not long.
All right, so everybody upstairs. Oops, I'm bringing the barman with us. Give me a sec.
Oh, whoop! I didn't know you were
I had an order to
dragging us with
barman.
you.
Why is it not working? Give me a sec. What the fuck?
The attempt movement collided with the
Okay,
wall.
you guys do it. Just go forward a little bit. There we go.
Oh, fancy.
All right. And so he tells you to
can't.
fall in. You can't?
Am I too big?
Give me a sec. Give me a sec. There we go.
Just
Okay,
to be
there we
like
go.
the worst thing you could be is a burglar. I mean, like half the buildings have natural defenses, like you breaking in. Can't fit the doors.
So the
Or
VIP room is
stairs.
over on the right. Oh, is this the dude that we're following?
Yeah. You guys are going over there.
Wait, is it like a cozy booth?
Yeah, there's a few booths as well.
Okay.
All right, so as you approach, give me a sec. Opens the door.
Hello.
And there's another door that opens here. There. All
Oh,
right.
so there's a window out.
I don't feel trapped at all.
Uh,
Or if it comes to a fight, I'll take the hobgoblin.
yeah, so this guy, dressed in a very nice suit, but looks like a mean motherfucker, looks at you with quite a commanding presence and says, "You wanted to see me. Now talk."
Corvus just looks back at him like he's uninterested in wherever the fuck he thinks he is.
I take a look at the suit. Like, nice. Giovanni's?
Well, a man of taste.
Yes, indeed. And I take out one of my finest cigars and give him one. Light it up with my fancy lighter. Light up my own. And he's like, well, I guess us as men
Okay.
of taste could
He
have a
looks
nice
at it
conversation.
curiously for now. Okay, go ahead.
I guess men of taste like us could have a civil conversation.
Okay, what do you want?
I cough a little bit. Got a bit of a parched throat. And I look at this dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you get scotch, please?
He's not going anywhere.
Fine. I look at the other one. And I look back at the dude. Does he even understand English?
Okay, this guy that you just basically insulted looks pissed.
Yep, guess he does. Anyway, see, I would like to get on this list of yours. I've heard it's best entertainment in town. I actually tried to say that with a straight face. And everybody kept name dropping you to be on the list. And I'm here. And I brought some friends.
Right. And you just came all your way here to our magnificent parlor to be on our VIP list.
Yes, I've heard some great things about dollies.
Oops. Are you really going with this?
Yes.
All right, give me a con check.
Con check.
I would have went with something slightly different.
What would you have done?
I would have said we came here to make our little friend into a man.
That's kind.
And then Fuse just happened to be looking at the menu, so to speak, and inquired about his specific tastes.
We'll get there. He hasn't asked me why I want to be on the list.
Okay, yeah.
He kind of did.
Because
Didn't he?
how about you stop bullshitting me and you come to the point?
Okay, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got kind of a kink. As you can see, we brought, the little one here. I think honestly, and I look at my watch, right? I really make it. He's lasting longer than I thought. It's his first time. It's gonna be great, right? And I heard you have a doll in the house that's perfect for my little kink. You see, I love green eyes. But she's busy up here, and to get her, you need to be a VIP, and to be a VIP, you need to be on the list. So here I am talking to you to get on that list and get me some green eyes to stare in right when I'll stop right there.
Right. So you think I'm stupid then? You came all your way for some green eyes.
Yes.
If you mean to offend me, you succeeded. Now stop insulting my intelligence before I put a bullet between your eyes.
I send a message to a crane with a comlink, like, you might want to get your drone out, it's getting fishy up here. Hurry.
Well, a crane should be done by now anyway.
And I go like, okay, let's not bullshit each other here. You got Claire, I want Claire, and I heard there's a deal to be made, and I'm here to negotiate for her. It's as simple as that. Now, I don't care what she does, she can still finish the current customer, I can give a fuck, she can finish her roster if she's booked in, but I just checked at the front desk and you don't have a roster, so don't bullshit me. I just wanna, buy the goods and get out, you happy, me happy, we all happy.
And I would do this because...
I look at his suit, look at my suit, because we're both men of taste, and we know that the world is a better place when we do business instead of pissing in each other's faces.
Well, usually when people talk about business, there's some money involved.
Oh, there's some money involved. And not just some. There's money involved.
This motherfucker's testing my patience.
What, have you ever bought any goods without viewing and inspecting them first? I'm not gonna give you a number until I know what I'm buying.
And you think you can just come here with your elf attitudes, think you own everything, you can buy everything from me?
I look him straight into the eyes, and I say, well, I am sitting here with this attitude, telling you I'm gonna buy her of you. So no, I don't think it. I know it. Now, are we gonna do business, or are you gonna bark all day, little buddy? Yeah, we do, Ayo, we do. Fuse is way too cocky.
Oh yeah. He's just convincing everyone, yes. The thing is, he called you bullshit, and then you just kept going and going. I'm like, what the fuck?
I know, but he has a trait. You call me an idiot, so when you push him over something...
That's not how it works. It's only if you score a glitch.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. But anyway,
Yeah.
I did it, so let's keep
Right.
going.
So,
I'm trying to overbluff
just as you finish your sentence, and this
Mhm.
is where we're going to call it because it's going to be a good point. You hear, let's see, where is it? And the unmistakable sound of a pistol shot ringing out from one of the VIP rooms. Instantly, the private booth's relative calm descends into chaos, right? This guard opens the door, starts looking around the place. This guy manifests a spirit. I'm not going to put it down yet, but and starts looking around. Malik looks fucking pissed. What the fuck is going on now? take care of this. And he looks at you and says, this conversation's over. And he starts walking around.
Hey, if she's damaged, that lowers the price.
So this guy starts looking around. And this guy opens the door there.
I don't think any of us can see it anymore.
Yeah. Just, well, I'm assuming you guys are following Malik.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's basically running there.
I wouldn't follow, but yeah, let's go.
And down there is quite the mess as well. And as you get there, you see... I keep closing my notes. I really need to stop doing that.
She looks happy.
So yeah, you see a scene of unexpected horror and madness. You see Claire standing at the center, dressed only in revealing lingerie, holding a smoking gun. Her eyes are alight with a maniacal gleam. You see her client, an orc, dead on the ground. A clean shot through his head. And she's laughing maniacally and going, come on, let's have fun, chummers. And Malik looks at this, looks at the guards and goes, fucking deal with her.
Okay,
Oh,
we
for
seriously
fuck's
need to renegotiate that price.
And we'll call it here.
We're gonna have to start a GoFundMe. Fuse wants her even more. She looks
I'm
like
gonna
fun.
get shot.
Yeah, but again, I wouldn't have followed, honestly. The dude leaves his office unguarded. He's the last one to leave with his back turned to me.
Yeah, well, you had a mage with a spirit just behind you as well.
Yeah, but he was focused on the other side, right? He was
Uh-huh.
focused on this end. Yeah.
No. He wasn't focused on this end.
Ah, okay.
He opened the door. The other mage was there, and then he summoned the
Okay.
spirit.
Otherwise, you know, the big guy grabs him in a headlock, stab him a couple of times in the eye. We won.
But on the other hand, you could have done something, sure, because this guy's cocky as fuck. So
I know. I was gonna play the cockiness.
had to set the scene as well.
Mhm.
I'm
I'm sorry, I fucked up, guys. I fucked up as the face.
You're gonna get me fucking shot.
We're gonna have fun.
Well,
can
someone
save
definitely
these
shoot
guys.
his shot tonight.
Yep.
You're welcome.
All right,
Yeah,
that's
he
the end of
is-
the session.
Oh, come.
All right, few things. Utrecht, I'm sorry if I came a bit hard earlier. This was not my intention.
No worries.
But yeah, feel free to tell me sometimes. Fuck off! I want to do this. Anyway, you guys are all gonna get some karma as usual. Hope you had fun.
Again, apologies for being late, but it was out of my control.
Nah, it's your internet. It's fine. And we did push for an extra half hour, so all good, all good.
So what, 100
Hey, if
karma?
people wanted to, we
Okay.
could have kept going, but it's a good stuff in fighting.
Nah, I mean, we're gonna have the whole fight, and you know how long fights take in this. Well, maybe not a fight because you guys can still.
Sorry. It does that shit every time, I
It's
guess,
fine.
because I popped out my fucking character sheet.
That's fine. That's fine.
Every time I close it, we're gonna end. So
Alright.
next session, because obviously we're rolling a lot. Next session, when I close it, you're gonna see like a billion rolls all come in.
That's okay. All right, everybody participate in the session. So 2 karma, you survive 1 karma. It's 3 karma for everybody. We'll have 4 karma for everybody. No. Does anyone deserve an extra karma? Is there an extra karma for losing your virginity?
I was gonna say maybe
Yes.
the little man deserves an extra one.
Yeah.
All right, the little man gets an extra karma.
Yay!
So 4 for each and 5 for a crane.
Yeah. And I'll do one extra for food trade because I came down a bit harder than I should have.
Don't worry.
No, I'm not worried. I accept my faults when they are blatant.
By the way, I was almost planning on like starting to threaten the guy myself
Mm-hmm.
when he was starting to threaten Fuse up in the office.
Mm-hmm.
They're really becoming friends, aren't they?
Yeah, I was about to just leave through the window and let Fuse, with the gun.
Yeah, you saw the window. I put this window here as well for you.
No, I was just ready to bail.
When I
was like,
designed
okay.
this level, I was like, well, there's a little bit of building here that you can climb onto that gives access to this window. I made this for you because I knew you could take advantage of that.
It's clear we cannot dive anywhere head in first. We should have left, made a plan, and come back.
No,
You should have gone. Once you talk to the guy, you should have said, "Hey, we want to buy you," instead of going to 5 lies before that.
I wasn't lying.
You were.
There
Dude, when I'm
was certain
downstairs-
things you probably could have said that would have been better.
Yeah, but no, wait. And I'm downstairs, it's like, don't mention Claire. I come upstairs, mention Claire. You guys don't know what you want.
I never said don't mention Claire.
well,
Yeah,
Corvus
but I
does.
get-
mention her, but like,
I get Corvus going like, don't mention Claire. And I've got Anyo, the invisible guy, going like, go for Claire. And I got a dude trying to be cocky in my face. So what does Fuse do? He gets cocky back.
We've been hired to buy a bag. Let's try to buy a bag before we do something else.
Yeah.
We are gonna buy her back at a
But I
very
will
high
say-
discount.
It is true. You guys could have done a little bit more legwork because literally you guys went, all right, we took the job. Let's go now and fucking let's go.
I don't even get how he got in there. I was like, we're gonna go stake out? Okay, we're inside.
Yeah.
We'll stake out the inside.
You-
Okay,
you
let's
guys
leave.
just
No,
went
let's
with
go
the
upstairs
flow.
and
Was
get on
like-
the list.
You guys
What?
just went with the flow. It was like, all right, let's go fucking with the flow.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I was really thinking, let's leave. Think about how we're gonna approach this. Are we gonna go for Claire and get her out?
Hey,
Are we
Fuse.
gonna-
Fuse, think about this. You're always the one pushing us further in this. So don't say, hey, we were about to leave. You're always the one going
That's
further.
That's true.
It's true.
So don't say,
I
hey,
was
it's not my
asking-
fault.
No, it's true. I was gonna get on the list, but I didn't think we would get like this.
Oh,
Instantly
you
pull
guys
up.
were acting mighty suspicious. Normally, people come in here, they immediately go for a dole. They don't ask
Yeah, they don't
questions around. They just go here to have fun, I guess. How much fun
did.
it is to fuck someone that doesn't have any personality of themselves. I don't know, but
Well,
we did.
the crane might know now.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, Anyo sadly got detected by one of the mages.
No, but I didn't know that you would
Yes.
free.
The thing is, you
Arcane
have to
prisons
understand
still
is that magic appears very brightly in the astral.
Yeah. Now I know.
Yeah. So you can be invisible in the physical, and your spell also works on cameras too, which is really
Yeah.
nice. But as soon as there's magical security, it gets a bit more difficult.
I know.
Is it
Good to
like a passive thing for them or an active thing?
I'm going with an active thing. Because they're not always a sensing, right?
Okay, but
They're not
It's just
constantly
for-
watching in the astral. And
yeah,
then when he did watch in the astral, I made him roll an sensing check to see if he saw the spell and he rolled super well. So
Yeah, but for Utrecht's future, is there like a way for him to see who's trying to look into the astral?
generally
No, that's-
speaking, when someone watches in the astral, they will become what we call dual-natured. So they will show in the astral as being in the astral, basically.
Yeah, but then Utrecht can't detect him because he would have to be detecting in the astral as well, not just being
So-
visible.
All right, so I'll explain this in more detail for future reference, right? When you're in the astral, you can only attack stuff that's in the astral as well. So you can't attack someone that's mundane, for example, right? Well, you can't even attack a mage if he's not in the astral. But just perceiving in the astral makes you dual-natured. So you're both in the physical plane and the astral plane. So you can be attacked when you're perceiving as well, right?
Okay.
If
Yeah,
that
but
makes any
when-
sense.
But when Utrecht is invisible, he's not in the astral. He's still
No.
in the physical.
No, but his magic appears in the astral very vividly. Because it's a spell, right? And in the astral, magic is like a fucking beacon, right? Well, depending on the strength of the spell and all that stuff, right?
Okay, and again, it's just for I'm going too far in this, but
That's fine.
if he's invisible,
Mm-hmm.
he's casting a spell, he's visible in the astral,
Mm-hmm.
and the other guy is also visible in the astral because he's trying to detect
Mm-hmm.
astral stuff. Is Utrecht detecting as well at that moment?
No, because I'm not watching the astral
Exactly.
at that moment.
And can he do both at the same time? Because otherwise, sneaking around is going to be very difficult.
No,
for him.
absolutely.
Yeah, you can never know who is a mage or not, right? Just
No,
from
but
looking at
this is
someone?
why I had checked before. I
Mhm.
just didn't know that a mage could see me.
Oh, okay.
Had I known, I would have done differently.
Damn, this game is complicated.
Oh, yeah. Way too complicated. I love it, but my god, I need another rule system that's lighter than this. It's fucking cancer. But yeah, magic is quite complex. Everything's complex. The Matrix is complex. Technomancy is a fucking doozy. Oh my god. And the thing is, there's layers as well, right? Because right now we're playing with like very basic characters. When you get to it, for example, magic, eventually you get meta magic, right? With this stuff that you get in D&D, for example, there's spell shaping, for example, that lets you cast AoE in a way that doesn't hurt your allies, right? That's something that wizards can do. Can't remember the subclass, but for example, right? There's stuff where you can
But this is so frustrating.
why?
Well, we have 3 characters that are basically sneaky-like.
Mm-hmm.
A crane can get anywhere with his bot because it's like mostly, I assume, undetectable because it's so
Well,
tiny.
his eye is pretty small, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But can it really do anything? No. At best, it can surveil.
Yeah.
Then we have Anyo, can
Mhm.
go invisible. Awesome for sneaking, but if there's any mage-like around, it can be easily detected.
Yeah, but I can also sneak naturally
yeah,
without magic. But it's
Yeah.
this.
you're pretty good at sneaking, but what is he gonna do? And I can get into systems, but I can't sneak for shit.
Well, that's,
So opening doors for other ones is gonna be hard because I can't go with those 2 to open it for them.
that's why you make plans, so that everybody can use their strengths.
Yeah, that's why we're a team,
Uh-huh.
and no one does everything.
Yep. Exactly.
Next time we make a plan. If we survive this, we will survive this. I mean, you push him off the railing, right? And then J-Dog jumps on top of him and smashes his face.
No,
Now we go
didn't.
back. We say we paid full price. No, they're not gonna believe that. We say we pay 80%. We give him 20% back, and we keep the 80%.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be fun.
Can
But
we
yeah,
take how many-
if you have questions about the different systems, feel free to ask, because I know it's quite a lot. And yeah, there's a lot of information in the book, but it's hard to
Yeah,
digest
the book is.
all of it.
Yeah, the book is.
We're all done,
fairly-
right?
Fairly
Yeah.
dense.
I gotta go for shit.
All right.
Anyway,
Catch you folks
Thank-
later. See ya.
yeah,
Yeah.
thanks a lot, everyone.
All right. Talk to you later.